sexual.
Parents say it is not for kids.
Pornography in the workplace, being played on TV screens, drawings.
They ransacked and took off with the family car.
People making nasty comments about women.
Virus spreading in our area, find out where.
Racial language and racist attacks.
Push the button! Opie Anthony! I'm a black ninja, fuckface!
All right, we remember. Shut up.
We smoke pot with Snoop Doggy Dogg on a daily basis.
You're talking out your ass.
There's gonna be some action today.
I'm gonna crap myself.
Oh, what a log you're gonna have.
Holy shit.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Holy shit, Yahoo, indeed.
Oh, with Opie.
I have psychosis.
Anthony.
I'm a xenophobic asshole.
Jim Norton.
I don't have the chops to do this.
And a bunch of zeros.
Good old Ben.
Steve really is love.
Perfectly enunciating bull. Sorry, Steve.
E-Rock!
I bring nothing to the table.
They love when Hawk fucks up.
Shut up. But more importantly, we see Derek's balls.
You just relax. Here comes the funny.
Problem, Hawk?
My crotch is burning so bad.
Shut up!
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
I hate this place. Nothing works here. The medications don't work. I've been here for 7 years.
Beyond FM is XM Satellite Radio.
O&A Party Rock!
Oh, no, really? Oh, ow. Hey, I'm abroad, but, you know. Oh, no, really?
Oh! 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 Oh!
I love that one.
Good morning! Good morning!
Isn't that a great new addition? The cops being tasered. You know how they, test each other out with the taser? This is him being tasered. And just screaming like a bitch. That's pretty much it. They gave him a good shot.
Where's that audio from?
Online. One of the guys found it.
The internet.
Yeah, that internet.
The good old internet.
I found myself yesterday on that internet. And don't know how I got there, but I got on, wacky video clips and stuff. Just troll around.
What's your favorite website these days?
I don't really have one, but it's just I end up places that are pretty cool. And this was all just videos, you know those sites that are compilations of a bunch of wild videos. And then I hit a couple that I'm like, oh, why did I hit that? Like one is just this autopsy going down on some woman. Seen this one yet?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh, it's not.
Why?
Some woman laid out, covered up her, naughty bits and her face you can't see. But the autopsy guy, the coroner, is just going, well, the first one is your typical Y incisions that we make from the shoulder down to those guys, the sternum, just cuts her twice like that, and then from there down to the pubic bone, and I was like, boink, off, can't take it. Don't like that stuff. If she was alive and being fucked on the table, I'd watch. But don't like that stuff. You give me the heebie-jeebies.
Have you seen the Vince Neil plastic surgery clips?
No.
Oh, man.
Good ones?
And they show that right on TV. On one of those clip shows.
Have not seen that one.
The shit they did to that guy's face.
Do they show it actually happening?
They show enough
before and after.
They show enough on VH1 where you're grossed out like, oh my God.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Did he have his eyes done?
He had pretty much everything done.
Facelift?
They showed like pretty much them taking his nose off or pulling it to the side and then scraping some shit out and putting it back and then
holy Toledo.
something with a scalp and just like, oh my, how do you... And you're breathing and dreaming in there somewhere?
Yeah.
Is they're fucking around with your face like that?
You hope you're not just like feeling everything and unable to move.
Oh,
I'd love to scream now. This really hurts.
What a nightmare.
That's got to be like a fear.
Like a Twilight Zone episode.
Like, oh
where
my
that
God.
guy is alive and everyone thinks he's dead and he's just laying in the road. And then all they see is a little tear come out of the corner of his eye at the end of the episode. He's like, oh my God, he's alive.
They don't make shit like they used to.
No.
That Twilight Zone stuff was so scary.
Good creepy stuff.
How about the guy that hired someone to like he was gonna get in a coffin or something, and like it was a scam for some reason, but the guy was gonna get him out of the coffin. He was gonna hide under a body in the coffin, and so when they put him under the body, they go up to the body above him, and it was the guy that was supposed to get him out.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that one. That was a good one.
By the way, my favorite website these days?
Yeah.
Gawker Stalker.
Gawker Stalker.
I don't think it's GawkerStalker.com. Go to Gawker.com. GAWKER.com. And then /stalker, right. This is the website that George Clooney's trying to get shut down by trying to get all his peeps.
Yeah, George Clooney's always very active.
And all the publicists out there to just flood this site with fake sightings. But basically it keeps track of celebrities all over Manhattan.
Wow.
Oh, it's great.
Henry Kissinger.
I can't get enough of this.
What is it like? Keep track of their address or something?
No, like spottings.
Oh, Sunday.
Also, like here, Kevin Bacon, Broadway at West 66th Street. Actually, a movie theater I go to all the time. I just saw Kevin Bacon waiting in the lobby of the Lincoln Square Movies at 66 and Broadway. He was quietly standing there looking scary skinny. No one paid any attention to him. That sighting was yesterday at 3 p.m.
Yes, yesterday at 11.
Or no, a couple days ago, actually, at this point.
Yesterday at 11 a.m. Apparently, Quentin Tarantino was walking through Washington Square Park, drinking Starbucks.
Yeah.
Tried to follow to see what they were talking about. Jeez, that is creepy.
Little nosy buddies, I love it. And Clooney hates this site that, like I said, he's trying to get all these publicists and his friends to just flood the damn thing with fake sightings. So, I'm trying to think if there's any other really good ones. Let's see. Yeah, like Henry Kissinger was spotted on April 10th at 3 p.m.
Jennifer Jason Leigh.
She
was at the pool house with Damone. Getting fucked briefly.
And then they show you a little map of Manhattan, and they just, have little pinpoints where all these celebrities were. Ashton Kutcher, East 14th Street and 3rd Avenue, April 9th, 2006 at 6 p.m. Ashton Kutcher in the front passenger seat of a black SUV, bearded and wearing big sunglasses, and very cute.
Ooh.
He had the window rolled down and was gawking at the Trader's Joe line, which is still very long on a late Sunday afternoon.
It's all Manhattan?
Yeah, for the most part. I'm sure this site will expand to other cities eventually, maybe L.A. and stuff.
L.A.
But this is the website that Clooney just absolutely wants shut down. So then this dopey website, they're like, hey, if you spot George Clooney and you get a picture of him in Manhattan, we'll give you like 2 DVDs. Of Ocean's 11 and Ocean's 12.
Wonderful.
So, that's my latest website that I'm enjoying.
That's pretty cool.
GawkerStalker.com. Let's say hi to Rob on Long Island. Rob, what's going on today?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, man.
Doing? Yeah, going back to that whole being aware during surgery thing, I watched this special on TLC about people who were actually, aware of what was going on. For some reason, if you don't mix, if the anesthesiologist doesn't mix whatever he's doing right, they have to sedate you and keep you unconscious, but a lot of times they put you unconscious, but they don't sedate you, so you're still feeling everything that's going on. They were talking to this woman once who said, they were operating on a face. She actually, felt her bone burning when they were, sawing into her face. She actually, smelt it. And the only reason they realized that the whole anesthesia went wrong was they followed her heart monitor, and her, EKG or whatever was going through the roof. And it's a very scary thing, if if they don't do it right, because you can feel everything.
Yeah, has anyone else out there taken a peek at TLC lately? That channel has become the freak channel.
It's like the surgery channel.
It's the surgery channel. It's the sideshow stuff. It's that new reality show, you know, Little People Big World, with the midget family with 3 kids that are normal size and one midget kid.
Yeah, weren't they like house construction or something at one point? And then another one they were kind of turned into trying to be Discovery.
Yeah.
They were trying to find their identity. Now they've found it.
Oh, it's all about freak shows now. Hey, why is it so cold in here?
Yeah, freezing.
Over the weekend, they removed, I watched especially, they removed a tumor off of this woman that was 200 pounds.
Tumor.
Yeah, 200-pound tumor.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
They show the fat people that are living in their beds.
Hey, the sickest thing I saw, and I talked about it when Twitchels was here, was that Tourette's girl who got this electronic implant in her brain to stop her Tourette's. And they put these 2 electrodes, drilled a hole in her head, shoved these electrodes down into the middle of her brain, and then ran wires down her back where a little computer pack, 2 computer packs were by the back of her hips, underneath her, skin, inside of her. And while they were putting the probes in, they had to test it with this electric signal, and she had to be awake during the whole thing. So she's sitting in a chair, strapped in, her head is like battened down, and completely conscious, just under local anesthesia on her scalp, while they drilled a hole in her head and shoved electrodes in her brain and started them up. And you see her arms start going. She goes, I'm feeling that. I don't like this.
Oh, my God.
Electrodes in the center of your brain.
It's just easier to have somebody walk around with you, and every time you start to go, they just go, shut up.
Stop it.
Shut your mouth.
Enough.
You're embarrassing yourself.
Let's go to Sandman in the Midwest. Sandman.
Hey, this is Sandman. Hey, I heard you guys talking about being awake during surgery or anesthesia.
Yeah.
I'm an anesthesiologist. Actually, that's called recall. And it's when you have to paralyze somebody. You give them a muscle relaxant and paralyze them, and then you also give, different narcotics and sedation to, provide anesthesia. But if you just paralyze somebody and don't give them enough sedation or anesthesia,
you're what?
Sorry, I was interested in what? Where'd the man go, Opie?
Douglas Quaid. I'm Hauser. Recall, my anesthesia doesn't work.
This show is so fucking weird, man. Did we even think we were going to talk about this as we started the program?
Well, I'm scared. I want to get surgery, and I'm like hesitant because of that. I'm worried about
what, your sinuses?
No, I want to get pectorals put in. I want big pecs.
Big pecs? I'm going to get some, saline
I want chest implants.
Ugh.
Big muscular chest
big
implants.
Tits.
Why'd you start with a push-up?
I do a lot of push-ups.
We'll at least see what that'll do for
I do
you.
the girl kinds on my knees. Or just kind of...
You do not.
That
does nothing.
No.
That's there so the girls look like they're doing something.
During the presidential physical fitness test that you had to take in school, and you'd look over at the girls, and they're doing all the same things, but different. They're doing the same exercises, only completely different.
Right.
I use the big ball in the gym now to do my crunches.
Yeah.
Because I like it. And what a faggot I felt like when Club Soda Kenny walked around the corner. We were in the gym, and he's just such a savage in the gym.
Giant.
Big face.
Pick up the ball, Jimmy.
Dude, no, it's really, because we were looking for it, and there's all these big men in the gym, and he was in Poughkeepsie. He walks over and he goes, I found a ball. I'm like, ugh, Jesus, you have to make me feel like a soccer mom. So I go back there and I'm doing it myself, and Kenny walks in. I'm like, man, these things really hurt. Like, what a faggot I felt like.
Stop.
Getting on the ball.
I've worked out with Club Soda Kenny many times.
Embarrassing.
And I do all right in the gym. And then he just makes me look ridiculous. I'll do
an animal.
I'll do bench press, and I do okay for my size. And then it's like, okay, my turn. And then he empties out the entire rack of 45s.
Asks you to stand on it.
It's a light day for me.
Yeah.
And so he's like, bench pressing like 300 like it's nothing or whatever it is.
He's a beast.
I'm like, oh my God. And then it's my turn, and he has to take off all the 45. Not all of them, but...
Let me take a couple off for you.
Right.
I don't want you to hurt yourself.
It's like, Then I get him back. It's like, all right, it's time to do some ab work and some crunches. You ready?
Nothing's worse than starting out at the gym. after you haven't been there a while, starting out, because, you know, you can't hurt yourself. So you have the biggest pussy with the littlest weights, the shortest amount of reps.
I like doing lightweights, though, with a lot of reps. I find that's helpful, yeah. I don't want to get
You want a tone, right?
Yeah. No, I want a Bruce Lee kind of body.
I want a tone.
I want to be like Bruce Lee.
Hey, this guy, Mike's been waiting for like 20 minutes to talk to us.
Hi, Mike.
Mike, you think you caught someone breaking into your house?
Hey, I need your opinion. I'm sitting in my apartment the other night, and it's like 7:30 at night. And
You sound like Eric, sir.
What's that?
You sound like Eric.
Yeah,
oh, appreciate it.
Go ahead.
Hey, so I'm sitting there, and I lock the doors when I'm in my apartment, and it's like 7:30 at night, and I hear the front door unlocking. So I run over, and I open it up, and I'm like, who the fuck are you? And some dude's standing there, and he's like, is something broken inside your apartment? And I was like, no. And he was like, oh, this is the wrong one. And they left.
What time was this?
It was like 7:30 at night.
No one comes over at 7:30 at night to fix broken things.
And they don't just say it's something broken. They're not usually that vague. Hi, I'm the guy to fix that thing.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Was he black?
No.
Oh, then you weren't being broke.
Why did you throw out that honest gentleman?
Yeah, I'm in upstate New York. There are no black people here.
No, there's plenty of white trash thieves. Did he have a mullet?
Yeah. I mean, he
upstate
looked like
mullet.
Wait, what town?
What's that?
What town?
Glens Falls.
Where?
Glens Falls, New York,
Glens
up near
Falls.
Lake George.
No, that guy was just stupid.
Might have been drunk.
I don't know.
Was he wearing a wife beater?
What's that?
Was he wearing a wife beater?
No, flannel shirt.
But he just walked into your apartment?
Yeah, I mean, he didn't even knock or anything.
Oh yeah, he was checking for unlocked doors, sir.
Yeah.
He scared the shit out of me.
And then if it was maybe he was a rapist, and if you were a broad, you'd have been banged.
Yeah.
All right, boys.
All right, thank you.
Have a good morning.
Let's get back to this anesthesia thing. Kyle in O-Town.
Hey, what's going on, boys?
Bring it on, brother.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Hi, thanks, fella. That gig's over. It's not my birthday. My birthday's in July.
Whatever. You guys were talking about horror stories about surgeries, and when I was younger, my dad was telling me he's an amputee, that when they were having his leg amputated below the knee, he woke up and heard the saw.
Are you kidding?
And actually felt blood and stuff. So he had night terrors, actually, for about 3 years after that.
That'll do it. Yeah.
Not to freak out anymore there, Jimmy, but it does happen.
There you go. All right. Let's go to Maryland and say hi to Tom. Tom, what's up?
Yeah, I had facial laser surgery. Went through a car window when I was younger, delivering that Long Island Newsday paper. And
did they put you in the paper?
No. I was delivering the paper, got in a bad car accident.
Yeah, but usually if somebody does any kind of work for a newspaper, even delivering, if something happens, they put a little blurb in there about the guy.
No, did not make the paper.
Oh, best.
You didn't make the paper as you were delivering the paper.
Yeah.
And flew through the windshield.
So anyway,
What'd you hit? Parked car?
No, my brother had his license for a week. We hit a telephone pole. And all the papers right around Thanksgiving time, as they get nice and thick, were behind me and pushed me through the window.
Oh, so you got a pile of newspapers come flying up, hit you in the head, and pushed you through the window.
Right.
How badly injured were you, sir? Very.
I had over 500 stitches in my face down at that Huntington Hospital there.
Wow. Good old Huntington Hospital.
So anyway, I had several surgeries after to reconstruct my face.
Oh.
And get to one of the final surgeries. It's a laser surgery. And I go to the doctor's office, as they do everything in offices now. And he tells me the anesthesiologist got stuck at a case, but that the procedure is only about 15 minutes and we can do it without any anesthesia.
Oh, that's great. We're going to use this archaic method. Could you bite this leather strap?
Yeah, here's a shot of whiskey.
Yeah, some whiskey.
Here we
Maybe
go.
just punch you in the face real hard.
So
hey, look over there. Boom. You punch him and knock him out.
So here I am fully awake for the surgery. They didn't tell me that laser surgery is essentially the burning of your skin. So you got this lovely odor as the doctor's zapping you. The only way I could describe the zapping feeling is having a staple gun put to your face over and over again.
It's our next
And,
promotion.
the burning sensation. So it was lovely.
And you were awake for the whole thing.
Awake for the whole thing.
Smelling your own skin burning.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's one thing I'll never forget.
Yeah, that's
All
pretty
right,
horrible.
Thank you.
Love the show.
All right, I appreciate
Well,
that.
do you look better?
No, of course he doesn't.
Yeah, we don't.
Scott in Belmore, what's up?
Endings.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Really, we don't
yeah,
need an
I'm
ending.
an amputee. I lost my leg and all that shit. But yesterday at the Day Laborers rally, I saw a celebrity, and I wanted to get that sight.
Okay.
I saw Juan Valdez, and he sucked my name for $5.
Juan Valdez?
I don't really get it.
The coffee
Do you
guy?
get it?
What? Did
No,
he, is
it's
that
something
what he said?
Valdez, and he talked like
Sounded
this.
like Don Valdez, but
Sounds like it's some kind of bit he was doing.
at the labor, the immigrant thing that they did
Oh, was
yesterday.
it a friend of his?
Yeah, how did that go yesterday for everybody?
Oh, it went fantastic. All the laws are passed now, and they're all American citizens. No, it did nothing.
And it's
It
not going to
plugged
do
up the
anything.
streets.
It's not going to do anything. It would change the entire country.
Yeah, they can't do this.
We don't change the entire country.
No.
Sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes it's a really bad thing. But we don't change the entire country ever, ever, ever.
There are some bad things going on with immigration. A lot of bad things. But you can't just all of a sudden, all right, if you're in, you're in. All right, we'll give it to you. It doesn't work like that. We all fake it. We all make like it's bad and you shouldn't be coming up here, and it's bad, we shouldn't be hiring you. But it's the way it is, just kind of with a wink, you go, all right, don't you come over the border to pick that lettuce. There's American workers that want to do that. No, there isn't, really. They're not going to pick strawberries, shit like that. That's like the Mexicans' jobs that come up. California, it's all we saw. All the stables that I used to board horses at and ride at, everyone that worked at those places were illegal Mexicans.
Yeah.
No American guy wanted to cart around a wheelbarrow, I swear, for 10 hours a day. This Mexican guy would cart around a wheelbarrow and clean horse shit out of the horse stalls. That's all he did all day long. And we used to just give him like a Coors. We'd give him a beer, and he would pick it up with his pinky. He'd put his pinky in the can and pick up his wheelbarrow and just walk away, this little skinny Mexican guy. And that was it all day.
And know what it comes down to? Like these jobs that no one else wants, that the immigrants take.
Yeah.
For the most part, they're normal people. And they don't know any better. They were brought up really, really poor, but they're normal people. Like if you did get Whitey or anyone in America to do those shitty jobs, they're fucking whacked. They're fucking crazy.
Yeah.
They got severe fucking problems that you're going to have to deal with.
Right. No one really takes those jobs.
And all of America understands this, but they don't, like you said, we don't like talking about it.
If we had a Great Depression going on, then every American would need every job, like the friggin' 30s or 20s when the Depression was, when they're selling the bread and stuff like that. Yeah, then we would need the jobs. Right now, I think you could get something a little better than cleaning horse shit or picking strawberries.
They're relatively normal people that come from a shitty existence. A lot of them have families back home, and they're just trying to make money for their families to either bring them here or go back with a nice payroll. You know.
For the most part.
For the most part.
There are some that come here, get pregnant, their kids have citizenship, and then it's easier for them to get citizenship.
I worked a couple summers.
Welfare.
I forgot what the company's called, but basically you show up somewhere every day and they give you some shitty job to do. I needed money for college, so I was like a dishwasher in the middle of a restaurant in Walt Whitman Mall. That was like on the third floor of Bloomingdale's or whatever it was at the time.
How long that last?
That one only lasted a day or two because the guy in charge was actually retarded. The
boss.
So this is where my info comes from. He was a white guy who was retarded, and he was my boss.
Jesus.
And I was like, I can't deal with this.
Yeah.
Because he's yelling and screaming at me, and he was partially retarded.
Well, that's a shit job, dishwashing.
And I had a lot of those shit jobs, and that's when you notice all the other people showing up for these shit jobs. You're either trying to make a few bucks so you can go back to college and buy your books and buy
you're a
buy
kid.
your booze and buy whatever pair of jeans or the latest sneaks, whatever. that's what I had to do. Or you're some, 30-some-odd-year-old dude that smoked crack, and this is how you get by.
Yeah.
There's
not a guy that, maybe got downsized from a computer company applying to pick celery.
No.
or clean horse shit or wash dishes.
Right.
Just doesn't really happen.
No, and that's why this whole immigration thing works.
With a wink. Everyone goes,
with a wink.
All right, we understand what's going on. It's not right. It's not supposed to, but that is it. You can't then come out and say, we want this, this, this. No, don't you understand? This is all under the table shit.
Right.
We all know it's happening, and it's not supposed to, but this is how it works.
And they also work their asses off because they know any day it could end.
Right.
I mean,
they're back in the truck, cross the border.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's a work incentive.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it's everything is hunky-dory.
Make money while you can.
Who are we kidding? In America, when you're set up nice in a job, you don't work as hard. You don't work as hard.
Oh.
You make believe you work as the boss walks by your cubicle, but we all try to fuck off as much as possible.
You're not using that computer all day long for business, are you? That's one of the biggest things now you read about.
Most people at work in their cubicles use their computer for maybe 2 hours of work a day.
Yeah.
Maybe.
The rest is personal stuff.
Check my email.
Porno.
Little IM chatting, little webcam action.
Someone sent me a video. I gotta see this.
Porno if the stupid tech guy in your company hasn't figured out how to block all that shit out. But for the most part, unfortunately, most companies have it all blocked now.
There's workarounds, too.
But that's the reality of it.
Games.
These immigrants, they work really hard because they know it can end tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So we get a good day's work out of them.
Good day's work out of them. Absolutely.
And now everybody knows that.
Yeah.
But like you say, it's all on the...
Hey, keep it on the QT.
We know that you know.
We get the shitty jobs done. You get money that's worth a lot more down in Mexico when they go down there. Leave it at that. You want what? You want benefit? Look, you're ruining it. You're ruining the system.
Yeah, just go back to Mexico and let them give you benefits.
Yeah.
Which is shitty water and kidnappings. There's your benefits.
You got, there are at least, a couple of million people all over the country protesting in various cities. If all those people went to Mexico, there you go. You'd make a little impact. You'd make some noise. Worry about making Mexico a great place that has a lot of jobs and things like that. You ever see? I'm sure you haven't, but did you ever see a satellite shot of vegetation from America and Mexico?
Yes.
You could distinctly see the border line, just based on nothing more than vegetation.
Where did you see this, Anthony?
Because I can't quite remember. I think it was Discovery Channel. But you can absolutely see the border just based on the vegetation because the irrigation is there for us. I
can't believe we have something else in common because I was thinking the same thing the other day. Jesus.
But it's the same.
I was looking at Gawker Stalker.
My silly point being the dirt is no different north of the Rio Grande than it is south. So what is the difference? It's not being irrigated properly, fertilized. They don't have the resources. And why don't they? They got all these people. They come up here and work. Just do it down there. Make your country kick ass.
You're a silly boy. They had good intentions, and all those fields were nicely planted, but everyone trying to make their way to America is just trampling over some good fruit and vegetables.
What are you doing?
Right.
I was trying to plant. All you see are footprints.
So, the protests yesterday and the marches were real, they were cute. They had their day. It was nice. It was really good.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Now everyone will just forget about it.
But now, because this is America, I think we need to just kind of throw, like you just banned people on Pal Talk for no reason. I think we should drive around with a few trucks outside the Home Depots.
Start tossing some people out.
Go in the back door of some of these restaurants.
Banned.
You get in the truck and you're going back.
Oh, that's what they should have done to protest.
And then the word gets out there. We're not going to have any more marches.
And people get back in the field, back in the kitchens.
Go to the field and say you, and you.
Yep.
Back door of the restaurants, like I said, the Home Depots, the landscaping businesses.
The guys they didn't pick are sitting there going, oh, I better keep my mouth shut.
But I better tell Jose and the rest that this is going down.
We better shut up.
Everyone better shut up. You know, they have that underground network. The word will get out quickly and efficiently.
Absolutely.
And then we don't have to wait around while the march goes by in our cars, and we can get home faster.
Yeah, like yesterday, traffic.
Is that politically correct?
No.
Let's say hi to David in Atlanta. David, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, boys?
Hey.
Hey, man.
Been listening to you for years. When I lived in Boston, when I lived near New York and Jersey, I'll tell you what, it about killed me when you guys got punched off the air for a couple of years.
Yeah, bastards. We're going to be around for a while this time.
Good deal. I bought XM just because I heard you guys were on it.
Cool. Good. Thanks, bro.
Down here in Georgia, it's been interesting. There's been politicians doing some exposés, and it's been on the news on and off now. Even made CNN, excuse me. They were talking about how the day laborers, depending upon if they're in cotton fields or working for some of the construction workers, are getting paid $10 or $15 an hour. The last time I checked, there's plenty of American white people that would love a $10 or $15 an hour job. So they really are kind of taking some of the positions down here where they get off cheap is they don't have to pay any insurance or any taxes on them.
Oh, so they give them
they're really not taking the place.
Good cash.
They're not taking jobs away, though, man. These are all jobs no one else wants. Everyone has known that. Everyone has known that for many, many years. That these are the jobs no one really wants, and that's why this whole thing works for everybody.
Day laborers or something. What are they doing?
Well, they're day laborers, but on construction sites and stuff. I think there's a few Americans that take that. I don't know how many people want to go back and pick cotton, though. I mean, I see your point there.
Most of the Americans, listen to me. Most of the American guys on the job sites are the skilled portion of the labor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, the carpenters, the roofers, things like that. Not the cement guys, but. The Mexicans are usually the day laborers that go up and sweep up afterwards, clean up. They're the gophers.
All right. Well, they also went a little bit further, and they started doing a comparison. One of the politicians on the floor of the Georgia House was shooting off his mouth saying, "We can't deport them. There's all these great minds, and they have an opportunity to get scholarships at Emory University. But if you deport them, then we're killing the future of our not just our country, the world." And then they were saying you can't have it both ways. They're either going for the unskilled jobs or are they going for our college degrees?
We got enough good minds here. We don't need to import 8 million to get 5 smart guys. It's stupid.
That's exactly right.
That's just a dumb. I guarantee whoever said that was a Democrat.
Well, this is the deep Bible Belt South.
That's right.
All right, boys. Have a good morning.
All right.
What does that mean? It was the Bible Belt South.
I don't know. That's why I said that's right. Jim in Ohio. Jim, let's go, buddy. We're off to a pretty good start here.
Hello, Jim.
Hey, guys.
Morning, boys.
Hey, Jim.
What?
I got a retarded guy. He's 42 years old. He pushes a trash bin from the restaurant down to the dumpster. He's been doing it for 20 years.
Garbage. Yeah.
It's unbelievable, man.
No, it's not. It's completely believable.
Yeah, what
else would he do?
Well, that's pretty much it. I was just in shock when he goes, "Yeah, I've been here for 20 years." I'm like, "You got to be kidding."
Does a good job.
Sure he does.
He doesn't complain. Any normal person would be bitching every single day about that shitty job.
Gets garbage juice on his fingers, then eats a cookie without washing his hands.
Doesn't even care.
He's a good sport.
Licks them.
He don't care.
All right, Jim. Let's go to Angela. Angela, what's up?
Angela.
Oh, hi, guys. Sorry about that.
Howdy.
Hi, how you doing?
All right.
You were talking before about the surgery with the electrodes into the brain and then with the battery pack.
Yeah.
I had that done 3 weeks ago.
What, in your brain?
No, in my spine. They could do it for anything. They go up and down the spine depending on what your problem is.
Eek.
They insert the electrodes, and then they put a battery pack in the top of your butt. They actually sew it in. You could feel it. And then, like electrodes shoot. For mine, it was into the bladder. And they shoot it into
Were
the
you
back.
wetting yourself?
No, actually, that was the one thing I didn't do. I had a lot of other problems, but that was according to insurance. Yeah, I do, but that was the one thing that I was.
What was happening with your bladder?
I had a lot of surgeries, and my bladder was just like destroyed from like cesareans and all sorts of things.
Oh.
So I was having a lot of problems.
Were you incontinent?
No, that's the one. It's called urge incontinence. I had to go like 25 times a day.
Oh, just you got the feeling like you had to go.
Wait, I have that. What could that be from?
Cancer.
No, it's not from cancer.
Cancer.
I don't know. Like with the men, it could be, prostrate or
Swollen
anything. The one thing I had was
prostate.
typically with women.
Prostrate.
Could it be my prostate's fat? Because after I jack off, I always have to pee a lot. Like I whacked off last night, 8 times I'm up. Because I wonder if it swells the old prostate up.
See, one of my problem was...
Did you have a lot of liquid before you had your orgasm?
No, I actually could not have...
I don't have a lot of liquid. I wound up just having...
The dual interview. I love it.
Well, no, I don't. I just happens to me all the time. I can't jerk off before I get on a plane.
Why?
Because I'll be peeing every 3 minutes. It's awful. And I just stand there and a couple of drops come out.
It's time for you to,
What?
I've done that. It was fine.
A couple fingers and it was all right?
Yeah.
Couple?
Yeah.
What doctor is using a couple of fingers?
Oh, no, it was a massage therapist.
Oh.
She straightened me right out.
Oh, prostate good. So what, you felt like you had to pee, and then what do? They keep you awake while they did the electrodes?
That was the most awful part. They do, before they permanently insert it into you, you kind of walk around with like a battery pack on your, like a beeper, and I had to be awake so they could actually see like my toes curl or like certain spasms to know that they were in the right part of the spine. And my legs would just like shoot out and kick, and when they knew they had the right spot, they knew what to look for. And then it was so successful, it worked really well that they inserted it permanently. And I have like a remote control, and this remote control I could, turn it on, turn it off, turn it up, turn it down.
So when you have to take a leak, what do? You just zap yourself and?
No, that's not. When it's worse, when I feel like it's not working, I turn it up. But you're supposed to just get it at the point where it's just helping.
Do you have to plug yourself into a charger?
No, the remote has a battery, and I have the battery pack, and you just like aim the remote at it.
But the battery pack is inside you.
Inside.
How do they change the batteries?
Every 10 years, I'll probably have to go back and have it changed.
It's a hell of a battery. Why can't they put those in cell phones?
Oh, they can, but they won't.
Bastards, yeah.
Every 10
iPods.
years. Look at that. All right, how's your sex life?
I don't know yet. I only had the surgery 3 weeks ago, so
3 weeks.
Haven't.
Yeah, you're gonna have to hide all that stuff when you want to have sex.
Hey, how did that happen with you with the C-section?
What about?
If I got pregnant.
I would assume if she had a C-section, she was pregnant. What happened? Like the baby step on your bladder or something?
I just think that I didn't heal well from the surgeries, and just 3 of them was too much for me.
Don't you regret
after
having
the third
kids?
one, I was just wrecked.
3 C-sections?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Just leave it open. Just leave your womb open in the front.
Put saran wrap over it.
Jesus Christ! Another kid, zip, just a Ziploc bag thing they could surgically put in your belly.
You lower a rope ladder, the kid climbs out. Everything's good.
Ethel Kennedy had 11 C-sections. All of those, what's his face, Robert F. Kennedy, all of those kids he has, every single one of them were C-sections.
Well, that's because the Kennedy's like a tight box.
Yeah. Nice.
So
all right.
3 isn't too bad.
All right, Angela.
You ain't
Thanks a lot.
having one out of your box. Smack her around a little bit.
Yeah. Let's go to Mike on Long Island. Mike.
How you doing, guys?
Hey.
I own a construction company on Long Island. I've owned it for 15 years, okay? I guarantee you there are no white guys willing to do this job. I've tried. Every white guy I get lasts about 2 weeks, and then they quit.
What are they? The guy with the rolling garbage can and the broom, right?
No. It's a concrete company, okay? So it's laboring, humping forms up and down the hill. And I guarantee you, there's no white guys. They don't want to do it.
I was watching them building the house next door, and it's all Mexican guys. And they take these huge, heavy forms off the truck, and they put them up. They pour the cement, and then they got to take these forms a couple of days later. All of them, take them down, put them back. They're walking on these boards that are like, a little 2x6 from the foundation to the dirt, carrying these huge forms in the wind. They don't care. They lose one Mexican. How hard is it to get another, right?
There's 2. Everybody says, you don't want to give them benefits. That's not the truth. The problem is people don't want to pay $50,000 for a foundation. They want to pay, $15,000 for a foundation.
Right. Yep. Bring in the illegals.
It's just a problem. Nobody wants to pay. You get rid of all the day laborers. You watch. Everybody's going to go back to cutting their own grass, going to do their own work anymore, because who wants to pay $100 a week to get your grass cut?
Right, and that's what you'll be paying with American labor. You hire a landscaper, you don't want to pay a lot of money.
And besides, Americans are just lazy people, and they just don't want to. They don't want to work.
We're not lazy. We just all feel like we're more entitled, and we shouldn't be doing that. Everybody likes to feel like they're important here in America. All of us Americans love to feel like we're better than picking vegetables, washing dishes, no matter who you are, no matter what your level of education.
No matter what color, no matter what level of education
you
you're at.
feel that you're better than that, so you don't want to take those jobs.
My father started in his job 40 years ago, and
he had a dime in his pocket when he came over to Ellis Island.
No, but the problem is there's never been Americans doing this work. It was either Italians doing it, then the Portuguese did it, now the Mexicans are doing it. Never Americans.
Yeah.
Never.
So you're saying, sir, it's not based on race, religion, or creed?
All right, Mikey.
What is creed?
I don't know.
I've never known what
a
creed
lousy
is.
band with a pompous singer.
Leo in Jersey. What's up, Leo?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
All right.
I just want to let you guys know I also got the XM when I heard you guys were back on.
Thanks, Leo.
Thank you.
Yeah, I believe that if the employers would pay the right amount of money and give the benefits, that there would be more Americans willing to do.
Yeah, but dude, that's what the other guy was just saying. We don't want to pay the byproduct of that. If all of a sudden Americans are getting these jobs, they want the benefits, they want the compensation, and now a landscaping job that would cost you $100 now cost you $500 because of all the overhead that the company has.
No,
and we as Americans don't want to pay that.
Taking our jobs away from us because I'm a truck driver and I go to a warehouse sometimes. I'm not going to say the name, and all the forklifts are run by the Mexicans. And the first time I was there, they're getting paid at $12 an hour, no benefits, no overtime, nothing, minimum pay. And $12 an hour is a pretty good pay. But on top of that, the one that was offloading my truck was running like in low gear. I'm looking at the guy next to me. He's running in high gear. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Why is this guy running faster than my guy offloading my truck? He goes, oh, you got to duke these guys another $20 or $30, and then they run in high gear. So these guys are getting spoiled.
No, people don't want to pay. That's what it is. We always bitch about outsourcing and shit like that. And, this company moved their operation to India or somewhere like that. And we bitch about it, but we don't want to pay high prices for shit. You can't have both in this day and age. You're not going to get a bunch of, college kids, honest, hardworking college kids from an episode of Leave It to Beaver that are going to be out there doing these jobs like the old days. That's what it was back in the older days. It was a bunch of kids in between going to school and adulthood that would do these jobs. Now, Mexicans.
All right, let's go to Doug in New Hampshire. Doug?
Mexicans.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, Doug.
Hey, I think you're looking at this all the wrong way.
All right.
I'll tell you why.
Let me
Give
turn
me
around.
a minute, all right?
All right, Doug, take your time. Floor's yours.
All right, you hire a Mexican, right?
Right.
He works for you for a year. I'm an employer. I pay his taxes. He pays the government, right? Now, in a year, I file his W-2.
Yeah.
Government says, hey, this is a bogus Social Security number. I need a real one. So I go back to one. I say, look, you gave me a bad Social Security. He quits. Guess what happens?
What?
The government keeps their money. They keep my money. Times that times $12 million. The government's not ready to pass the law to let immigrants work here. They can't afford it. That's all free money they're keeping.
Free money.
Well,
he sees it as some kind of a little loophole for the government to make some extra money.
Well, sir, let me ask you.
You don't get any of that back.
Hold on, sir.
Well, you got to think the government.
I have a question.
Understand what's going. They could easily stop this if they wanted to.
But are you paying like benefits on this guy or tax on this guy, or is it just kind of under the table where you're giving him cash and telling nobody?
You can go to Chicago and get yourself a legitimate Social Security number, per se.
Got to go to Chicago?
Why Chicago, sir?
What's happening in Chicago?
What is it, like MASH, Little Chicago?
I don't know. There's a place up there.
You got to see Al Capone.
So you can hire this guy with a Social Security number. He pays taxes to the government, and then in a year, government keeps it all.
But what kind of business do you have? Do you own annoyingvoices.com?
Well, let me tell you how this works. Let's go to the out in Chicago, and then,
No, I think it's just a point that a lot of people are missing.
All right, Doug.
Can't afford
All right. Thanks for your input, Doug.
What kind of work do you do, Doug?
I'd rather not say. I just wanted to say.
All right. Thank you, 1930s voice.
Yeah.
In New Hampshire.
I'm in the syrup business up here in New Hampshire, see?
Watch out for the coppers, Doug.
Revenue, quick. Take an axe to the still.
Let's go to South Carolina. South Carolina, what's going on today?
Actually, my wife and I were stuck on a bus for 44 hours coming back from Cancun, Mexico. We had an accident on the plane ride over with our ears rupturing, and I got to talk to this Mexican guy who was on his way to Texas to work, and he said that...
It's the beginning of his story. Better than what he's going into. We've been talking about the Mexicans and stuff, and that's all fine and well. It's a big issue in the news today. But you talk about being stuck on a bus for how many hours?
44 hours.
44 hours, and your ears rupturing on a plane? You can't just leave that.
Oh, I thought he said hit the gears.
I swear they did.
No,
we spent half of our vacation in a Cancun, Mexico hospital.
With ruptured eardrums?
Yeah, it's pretty common if you fly with like an ear infection or something like that, or like a sinus infection, that it actually, when they decompress the
Thanks for giving Jimmy something else to worry about.
A little more paranoia.
I got to fly tomorrow, sir. I'm a little scared.
Hey, Jimmy, I had the sinus surgery done, the deviated septum, by the way.
Septum.
And it is true. It does. The breathe rights do help.
Yes, I know, but did the surgery help?
A little bit, man. It's a real pain in the ass, though, when the first 3 or 4 days.
Let's keep it clean, sir. So what about the eardrums? Like, I always have, like, I don't have sinus infection. They ruptured. Are you going to be okay?
Oh, yeah. Okay. It's pretty common, actually, the specialist here. Down there, the specialists, they don't really...
No, we don't care now.
No, but I mean, they're not permanently damaged. It doesn't that sound like a ruptured eardrum sound like you're never going to be able to hear again?
Yeah.
No,
can you hear me, sir?
What?
Sir?
I can hear you. I hear you, buddy.
All right, can we move on?
Well, listen, I just want to tell you this. The Mexican guy, the reason why they are so willing to work so hard here, a lot of Mexico is not like Cancun. It's terrible. And this guy told me, he said that when he was on his way here, that he was making 100 pesos a week.
Wow.
Which is $10 U.S. money, roughly.
Oh, that's different then.
So when they get here, they're making, if they're only making $5, $6, $7 an hour.
Let me get my calculator.
Killing it.
5, 6.
They're killing it. Yeah.
So that what you're saying is that they wind up when they ship back American dollars, they're making a lot more.
A lot more.
After you told that story, I wish my eardrums were ruptured.
Let's go to Andy in Washington. Andy.
Hey, all I hire is these Hondurans and Guatemalans. We dig trenches for cable and fiber optic lines.
Yeah.
These guys work for $100 a day. They show up every day. They work hard. I mean, granted, the crew chiefs have to get screwed a little bit on taxes because we tell them we, hire day labor. And these guys are sending money home.
And they're very, very happy in general.
So good.
They're very happy with what they have in America.
All I requested about the immigrants just learn to speak English.
Who's going to dig? Well, I got a black crew chief, and he had black guys working for one day, and they quit. They didn't want to dig ditches.
Nah, I don't need this.
No.
I want to work for IBM and shit.
When they said...
Yeah, I mean, the Hondurans and they don't like the Mexicans, by the way. Those guys from El Salvador and stuff.
Well, so what kind of...
Get over here, they got to pay. The Mexicans.
How long have they had that kind of tension?
Pardon?
Between the Hondurans and the Mexicans?
Come on, Jimmy.
Has there been a problem between Hondurans and Mexicans? I didn't know that. I'm serious.
Yes. The Hondurans and El Salvadorians, they all don't like it because when they come up through there, they have to pay the Mexicans to get in the United States.
Do you ever notice at a party when you're standing there that everyone just walks away from you?
All right,
and you're talking.
Hondurans and New Mexico. Hello.
Oh, drink.
You're sitting there eating doodads alone.
All right, thank you, Andy. Let's go to Pat in South Carolina. Pat.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Good.
Hi, girl's name.
I just wanted to comment that I think, people have missed the principle when it comes to this wave of immigration. I mean, Anthony, you're Italian.
Yeah.
I'm Irish. But the fact of the matter is that when they cite previous waves of immigration, we all assimilated and did so very quickly. There's nothing you can point to today and say there is an Italian culture in America. There's
Little Italy and stuff, but Italians...
Organized crime.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that, there's been an active resistance to assimilation in the Hispanic community, and that's where I think the backlash comes when it, comes to people feeling threatened by them.
I agree. It's not just Hispanic. It's a lot of, like, in the last, I guess, X amount of years, it's a resistance to assimilation. That's exactly what it is. Because Italian culture and like, Irish culture, all that crap became a part of American culture. Mm-hmm. Like, they kind of went into making American culture, too.
Yeah.
But all you ask is, just learn the language and assimilate to American culture, and people will be much more tolerant.
But we've made it so easy that you don't have to do that anymore.
Well,
I was flipping around the channels last night, and there's like my cable service has 10 HBO channels that are in Spanish.
Yeah, see,
like 10.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even not even one anymore. It's a whole slew of channels that's broadcast in Spanish.
Do you need that?
No. You don't.
No.
Well, Jimmy made the point about, the language.
Why would you learn English at this point in America? Why?
You don't need to.
It's everywhere. It's the newspapers and the magazines are all coming out now in all sorts of different languages.
Instead of having to assimilate to American society and then using a piece of your culture to make America better, which is what a lot of the immigrants did years ago, everyone now comes over and expects America to bend over backwards to respect your culture. You're supposed to take a piece of your culture and incorporate it into America to make America a better place, not us have to assimilate to you.
But my culture calls for me to wear this on my head. Yeah, well then go back to the shithole.
You know what though? We did it to ourselves. We did it to ourselves.
Yep.
We have ourselves to blame. Anthony was talking the other day, just the stupid street signs in New York. Now they're just symbols and stuff.
Walk, don't walk.
Because we know there's a lot of people out there that don't know how to speak English or read it or write it or what have you.
They still don't understand.
Instead of having the don't walk sign was the recent example.
The red hand.
Now it's a red hand because other cultures and other people that speak other language can understand that instead of the actual English that just says don't walk.
And the green walking guy.
I like the green walking guy.
And
He's
it would,
my favorite.
It would just make sense to them, though.
If
you look at the two groups that claim to have been held back the most on account of their ethnicity, blacks and Hispanics, I think a case could also be made to say that they're the two groups that have done the most to segregate themselves from mainstream America culturally.
No, that seems to be a problem. Sure.
And I think at some point they're hurting themselves.
I think blacks and Hispanics are in different groups because of the history America has with black people. It's a little bit different, sir.
Naturally, but I mean, you can't discount that there's kind of an ongoing movement to have a black culture within America.
But you can discount it.
You're absolutely correct, sir.
I don't know what that means.
I would discount
Well, thank you, gentlemen. I love the show. I have XM in my home, my car, everything, and I really enjoy it. And Mr. Norton, I hope to see you and David Tell in Atlantic City at the Borgata.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, there you go.
Tickets not available at Ticketmaster.
No, the Borgata.com, you geese.
All right. Well, that's one of the big stories today, obviously.
Yeah, a lot of people clamoring about that one.
It was the march went on yesterday, and it was terrific for everybody.
Oh, it was great for everybody that works here in New York City.
Get back to work.
Yeah. I mean, just get back in the kitchen, wash, scrub those pots, scrub the pots and pans.
Get back to work.
Don't spit my food, though, please.
All right, we got some things to do. We still got to do the Rosie O'Donnell gay cruise thing.
The gay cruise. I was watching some of the video in the office. Oh, my God. Oh, none of the women in this video have to worry about the deck being windy to muss their hair. I swear to you.
All right, we'll talk about that next.
Iron Sheik, World Wrestling Federation, 3-time champion, All-American AAU champion. Pleasure for me to the Anthony and Opie. Bring me here to New York to I say hello to all my wrestling fans and everybody know I'm the real Middle Eastern. Come to the greatest wrestling country and most famous city in the world, Manhattan, Madison Square Garden. I come 3 times champion. I want to say hello to all my wrestling fans, especially all-American and also my Iranian friend. خدمت همه شنوندگان ایرانی عزیز سلام عرض میکنم. همه دنیا آرون شیخ خسرو وزیری رو میشناسن. Pleasure for me to I come back here again one more time to I talk to the Opie and Anthony, and pleasure for me always.
Y'all crazy bitch, but you fuck so good I'm on top of it when I dream. I'm doing you all night. Scratches off down my back to keep me around. Hey, y'all crazy bitch, but you fuck so good I'm on top of it when I dream. I'm doing you all night. Scratches off down my back to keep me right on.
This song's dirty. That's the brand new Buck Cherry. That's dirty. Crazy bitch. We're back with the Opie and Anthony program. Thanks for checking us out today. We greatly appreciate it.
Yes, we do.
Big hi to Pal Talk. Big hi to the Pest.
Hi.
Big hi to the casual listeners. And a big hi to everyone that just happened to stumble upon us today.
Right. Oops. Who is this? What is this show?
Because they don't like the song on Top Tracks right now.
Yeah.
Hi to you, too.
You know, that happens every day. Someone just clicking around. I've talked to a lot of people that found us on DirecTV. A lot of people just stumble on us. They trip. Go, oops. What the hell is this?
What the? Who the?
And
what's the?
And then they're brand new, huge fans of the show.
Yeah, and that's why we call it the ONA virus, because then you get kind of infected, and then you kind of pass it on to somebody else. So that's kind of cool.
Like being coughed on.
Where's Jimmy? He's pissed off about alternative comics. I don't even know. I wasn't really
Jimmy
listening.
Gets mad and leaves.
Jimmy, you get mad and then leave.
Why?
Jimmy gets mad.
We were starting this break with
leaves.
you, and you leave.
Well, I didn't know you were
So
starting
then me and Anthony had to, like, just kind of do filler crap that means nothing to anybody.
I thought that was good. We were thanking the listeners.
Oh, why didn't know you were starting the break?
We didn't really need to thank the listeners.
I had to piss.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I pissed.
We just stopped for 10 minutes.
Well, I went and pissed.
All right, what's going on with the alternative comic thing?
All I know is I'm just so sick of alternative comedians. I am so sick.
What's the definition of an alternative comedian?
Not funny.
A guy who isn't funny.
To funny.
Exactly. Who wears little glasses, who probably doesn't need them, and needs people who think like-minded politically to sit around and tell them how clever they are. This is how you laugh at alternative comic. Oh.
Good example would be Janine Garofalo.
Yes. Who I thought was funny years ago. I'm just sick and tired of them attacking Larry the Cable Guy. I've had enough of these fucking douchebags attacking Larry the Cable Guy. Like, wow, that's a big, dangerous target. Why are you attacking Larry the Cable Guy? Get her done. All right, we get it. It's not your thing. Who fucking cares? Why not go after Carlos Mencia or go after a black comic? For shit like that, homophobia and racism.
That's what they have a problem with Larry the Cable Guy?
It's fucking mind-boggling.
Wait. There's other comedians going after Larry the Cable Guy, because I wasn't really listening.
David Cross and Larry got into it.
David fucking Cross.
Well, no, he's really brilliant. You just got to listen close. I don't know what started it with them. I read David's response.
Dude, I saw
funny.
David Cross because everyone was talking about David Cross this, David Cross that, blah, blah, blah. I was in Boston doing, I don't even know. Maybe we were broadcasting live and I was looking for something to do. I don't remember the details. And I went to Bill Blumenreich's fine club up there, the Comedy Connection, to see David Cross. That fucking guy was too cool for the fucking room. Unprepared. Acting like he's just winging it, man, on stage.
Man.
Had kind of a notebook, because the alternative comic has to have the notebook to the side of the stage. Like,
on the stool.
Look, man, I'm so cool and don't even have time to do this in my downtime, because I'm too busy marching for causes.
I'm just dropping in, man.
I'm just dropping in, and I got some
even
thoughts.
Scheduled.
Got some thoughts in a pad.
I'm just detached, man. I write it down, man.
Dude, I sat there, and I got such an open mind for comedy. I try to see everybody.
What do I got? What do I got on the notebook here? What do I got?
Just perusing.
Hey, you know, George Bush, man.
You know, it was so bad that the people at the Comedy Connection that night couldn't wait for the bills, their checks to arrive at the table.
Check. When you hear people at the Comedy Club asking for the check,
because then at that point they at least have something to do, especially with their hands.
Eesh.
My problem with these guys, again, is the reason that to me they're such phonies.
And sorry, because I'm trashing them, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I love Arrested Development, and he was on that, and he was very funny on that, absolutely. But his stand-up, I couldn't stomach.
I am generalizing because I think they are all so predictable politically. Every one of them thinks the same. And the fact, I don't know what got Cross and Larry the Cable Guy into it. I know Rolling Stone, a magazine that I would love to put fucking Anthrax in events. Just a bunch of predictable douches musically and in every other way. Of course they attacked Larry the Cable Guy, the white hillbilly who did some gay jokes. And so, of course that's who they go after.
Give me the latest issue of Rolling Stone. I want to challenge you on that. What's wrong with Rolling Stone? I like the Rolling Stone.
It stinks, and they've never liked things I like, so I hate them.
A little too left-leaning.
left-leaning. Jesus, they collapsed years ago. And of course they go after Larry the Cable Guy.
Sarcastic, by the way. All right.
You know, that's what really irritates me is the way that they act like they're doing something dangerous. Like Larry's this target. And I would love to know who started it, Cross or him. I imagine Cross did.
So now they're just battling each other?
Larry trashed him, he trashed him, whoever started it. But now this kid, Steven Hofstetter, from Sirius Radio. I didn't even know he was on Sirius. He's known as the Thinking Man's Comic.
Oh, well, that should say it all right there.
How many people are going to be known as the Thinking Man's Comic, by the way? I've heard that phrase many times as far as comedy goes.
Awful. And
I'm the Thinking Man's Comic.
And is this the cover of his CD?
I do not. Oh, is it really? He actually links himself with the Cable Guy. It's called Cure for the Cable Guy. He has like a doll, like a dressed like Larry the Cable Guy hung. But it's like, are you actually making him on your cover of your CD? Like, how fucking phony is that? If that's really his CD cover, Jesus, is that fraudulent? That, to me, is trying to link yourself with a much bigger name just to try to create controversy to sell some product, man. Just be honest about what it is. And there's apparently on his emails on his site, Eric, is this where this is from?
Yeah, it's his website.
Like people that didn't like what he said about Larry the Cable Guy. And his response, one of the guys wrote, Larry the Cable Guy is a better comedian than you will ever be. He speaks the truth and you just don't know it. You are living in your own little world. If you think anybody of the blue-collar TV sucks, well, I don't like the fucking guy that wrote the hate mail either.
Yeah.
He's also an idiot. But then the guy, Steven's response is, I would love to hear what truth Larry speaks. And if racism, homophobia, and ignorance are the truth, I would gladly live in a different world.
Oh, shut up.
Racism? Did you have anything to say about Eddie Griffin's act or any other black performers? The same way that fucking Jane Borden from Time Out Magazine wouldn't criticize Chappelle for saying nigger. The same way you are going after Larry the Cable Guy. Stop picking such a safe target and acting like what you're doing is fucking telling it like it is. Just stop acting like you're fucking telling it like it is, because you only attack the same type of ideology, blue-collar TV. To be honest, I don't think it's funny. I think it's a bunch of... And the reason... this one, you got... Where's the rest of this one? He's talking about what Comedy... This is Steven's response to hate mail. But I believe what Comedy Central does with its commercials is belittle people from small towns. They're saying, hey, this is your life. You should enjoy this because you are... you should enjoy this because you're poor and ignorant hick, too. How could you not be insulted by that? I'll never know. I would be outraged if I were from a small town. Well, Comedy Central is a little fucking PC and cowardly. The only reason they attack small towns, that's all you're allowed to attack anymore.
Yeah, true.
Little middle-class white people or Midwestern white people are safe targets.
They're not going to complain to the point where you get shows pulled. And...
Yeah, of course not.
Yeah.
How about the way Carlos Mencia might make fun of gang shootings? Or the way Chappelle made fun of crack addicts? Well, why is there no problem with making fun of that?
Mm-hmm.
These fucking guys attack one thing only. I'm so sick of Larry the Cable Guy being the fucking rallying cry for all these fucking faggoty alternative comics. Enough.
All right, let's
Who cares?
Let's say hi to Brad in Atlanta. A lot of calls from Atlanta lately. Brad, what's up?
Not much, guys. I'm a big fan of David Cross and of Jimmy and you guys. I just wanted to say, from what I understand, I saw Cross in like 2002, early 2002, when he was doing the Shut Up You Fucking Baby tour, and he was just getting tired of everybody like yelling out "Get Her Done" at his shows. That's from what I understand. Where it all
this
started.
is a guy. Wait, David Cross is a name. Now he prides himself on having his own fan base. So why would his fans be yelling "Get Her Done"?
I don't know if they were his fans or just people who happened to be at the show. From what I understood, he just got tired of that. But as far as where it's gone now, got no fucking clue.
I'd love to know who started that whole thing. I imagine he did. I just can't see Larry doing
punch
that.
it out, guys.
All right, thank you. Let's go to Dave. What's up, Dave?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
I just wanted to ask, what do you guys think of Larry the Cable Guy? He was in there last year, and you guys seem to have a pretty good dynamic.
He's a nice dude.
Cool.
He's a great, nice enough guy. He really is. He was fun. He was very nice. I'm not into his humor. You know, that whole hick thing. I'm from New York. I don't really get it. They sell out all over the place. Arenas. So I'm not going to sit here and say the guy isn't funny. A lot of people find him hysterically funny.
I thought he was funny when he came in here.
I don't really.
I wouldn't go out of my way to go to a Larry the Cable Guy show, but I thought he did a great job for us, and I thought some of his stuff was really funny. You know,
I think when we were talking about Oscar winner Larry the Cable Guy because of his movie where he's the health inspector, then he'll have the respect that he is due.
Of all the comedians on Blue Collar, I like Larry the best. And again, the problem is, why are they not attacking anything like these that black or Latin comics say? That's the problem I have with them. Not that they think Larry sucks. That's fine. You think he sucks. All right, whatever. You want to make fun of him because he stinks, go ahead. But it's this idea that when they start calling him racist and homophobic, man, that's the problem I have.
You know who would be one of the most racist and homophobic people to attack would be Dave Chappelle. He's also one of the most hysterical people to watch on his TV show, the reruns. You could still watch him and just laugh your balls off. Why don't they go after Dave Chappelle?
Because they are fucking phonies.
They've goofed on gays.
I think Chappelle's a much better comic.
Oh, yeah. Chappelle's hysterical.
But you're right, that is acceptable.
You'll never see them like getting on their soapbox and bashing them. Hey, you're racist, you're homophobic.
I would love to know why they're doing it. Maybe he trashed David Cross one time and Cross was responding. I don't know. I would love to know why is Larry the rallying cry.
Well, let's have him call the freaking show.
Because he's a white guy, which is an easy target there, because other white people don't really rally behind white people that are being accused of anything. They distance themselves, if anything, to keep from being called a racist or homophobe also. So the white people, where you get a black guy's accused of something, you'll get other black people to rally round. White people, if someone's accused of being a racist, he has no friends, no one's backing him up. Everyone pulls away. Larry the Cable Guy, easy mark, dopey Southern hillbilly type, and not threatening. What if he says something bad about you? Who cares? If a black guy threatens you, that's kind of scary.
And I'd like to know because they call Larry's audience stupid.
And by the way, I'm just saying how these guys think.
Yeah, absolutely. They call the audience stupid, which, the majority of them, maybe. But, not that the majority of my fans are in fucking medical school either, as they yell fucking Ramon, after 8 beers.
At least you don't have to stare at a room full of mullets.
But
my God,
well,
man.
until they turn around, you'd be surprised that they fucking sport in Philly and Poughkeepsie. But fuck, I had a point, I forgot it. The way they attack his audience is being stupid. Really? Well, you ever watch BET when they show comedy clips, right? Where they'll show 10 comics. Like, it's almost like a thing, they like themes, like, here's the thing about fat mother-in-laws, and the fat mother-in-law, and the fat mother-in-law. They show 10 comics touching on the same theme. Why don't you call the black audiences enjoying the same tired, rehashed shit stupid? Why is that not stupid? The garbage they laugh at, the same garbage a lot. Why are they not stupid? Why are you not attacking their intelligence? Because you're afraid.
We can't understand, man. How could I call it stupid if I can understand the culture, man?
All right, wait. We got Fernando from New York. He's a liberal.
Fernando.
What's up, fellas?
Hi, Fernando.
Hey, Fernando.
Listen, I'm on the liberal. I'm actually a liberal, but I just cannot stand the hypocrisy on that side either, because I'm actually a thinking liberal, and I thought the whole point of comedy was to talk about subjects that people don't normally talk about, and to talk about it in a way that people can laugh and smile and just have a good time. So to criticize another comic for doing their thing, I think is totally hypocritical.
Well, even if they don't like the guy, to shit on him and say, I think he stinks, I got no problem with it. My problem is that they try to make him the rallying cry, like he's this bad guy, because when other comedians are judging the content of the comedian, he's homophobic, I want to spit in their faces. It's like, you fucking phony.
I agree with you,
phony.
All right, let's go to Scott in Cleveland. Scott.
How you doing, boys?
Yeah, make it fast, because we're going to try to get on to the Rosie thing here.
Real quick, no problem. I just saw Paul Mooney last weekend. Don't ask me why, but I was about the only white guy in the room. And we had to leave, literally, after about 25 minutes. He's not my type, but why not go after somebody like that who completely hates white people?
That is about white hatred, his act. It is totally about hatred of the white man.
And it's so much more fun when you're sitting in there with 50 black guys behind you going, yeah, fuck whitey.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, if you were a white comic, and first of all, I like Mooney. I think he's a great fucking comedy writer. I think he's funny. He makes me laugh. His lines are great. He justifies what he says because he's funny. At least he's fucking doing jokes. I think a lot of what he says is dumb, but he's funny.
I'm too uncomfortable to find him funny.
I just watch
But I'm not going to get out there and, this guy is an idiot, man. He's got an audience, that's for sure. And they seem to enjoy him. I would find it too threatening to sit in that crowd and watch him perform like that.
But you wouldn't see a guy. Why is he not being attacked for being racist?
Right.
Why are they? I mean, Larry, the cable guy. Come on, man. You want to go after a guy who's going, no, that's for real. That's for real. Mooney will stop and go, no, that's for real. That's the way it is.
Yeah.
He means it.
He means it.
He's not doing a character. He means it. And none of you guys are addressing that.
He hates Whitey.
Yeah. Address that.
Yeah.
All right.
You geese.
Well, maybe this guy could, I don't know, call our show and we'll get into it a little bit.
He's not serious. He won't. He's got a Stephen Hostetter. I mean, he's just one. I'd love to get an alternative comic to ask about what this is about.
All right.
Oh, Billy Crystal put a new book out, Grandpa's Little One.
Ew. That is cock.
He was also taking batting practice outside David Letterman's studio yesterday.
Oh, that must have been
There is somebody.
With Johnny Damon, because it's opening day for the Yankees.
There's somebody who just turned into some other guy, some complete different entity. He was funny for 10 minutes back years ago. I do recall him being funny for some time. And then he just turned into a goof of what something he would goof on. Got like old and pompous. Didn't he refuse you for an autograph?
A photo, and he knew I was a comic, and he was a real douche to me.
Yes.
I've never had another comic be a douche to me. Ellen was kind of cunty when I met her very briefly, but she had people surrounding her, so I was like, all right, I guess she was busy. He wasn't.
Yeah.
He was just being a dick.
All right, let's go to Nate in Brooklyn. He wants to call us out on something.
Hey there, Nate.
Okay.
Good morning, guys.
Hey.
First of all, let me preface this by saying Norton and everybody, I agree with you guys 100% on the whole hypocrisy of it, but you guys, I have to call you out on this. When Aries Spears went off on those guys in Florida, you guys could not have coddled and pandered to him anymore.
Holy crap! Nate, don't even get me started. He was treated like shit on that fucking show.
And they trashed him. Dude, they trashed him when he left, which was the problem we had with it. Is they didn't trash him when he was in there. They trashed him when he left.
Right, but then he turned it around and brought out the whole black angle, and you guys did not call him out on it.
Did he bring the black angle out?
One second, you did when you were listening to the tape, and when he was in the studio, you did not call him out on it.
Hey, I wasn't here.
Wait, what do you want us to call him out on?
When he had a legitimate gripe that they were treating him like crap, that they're pussies, that they waited until he left until they trashed him. Fine.
Right.
Then he came back into the studio. All of a sudden, it became, you don't talk about black people this way. You shouldn't. You're going to get your ass kicked if you talk about. It was all nonsense. What is he turning it into a whole black-white thing? And you guys called him on it when you were listening to the tape, but when he was in the studio, you did not even mention it.
Nate, I don't remember.
I really don't remember.
I remember him saying, "I'm from New York." I remember him saying he was from the streets of New York. If we have the tape, let's hear it. I don't remember.
Listen to the tape. The whole thing.
I don't recall. Yes.
Thing, which was totally inappropriate because it undermined his whole argument, which was legitimate because they were a bunch of douchebags who waited until he left.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, then he got heated and said some stuff, but we went after the DJs for being complete wimps.
Yeah, they were wimps, but that's the whole point.
Completely.
He turned it into a whole black-white thing. Why was he allowed to get away with?
I don't remember it that way.
I honestly don't either. And I wasn't even in the studio when he came in. I don't remember that.
Did he say some black things and say that, I'm from the streets and this and that? I remember some of that, but I don't remember him completely turning it into a black and white thing.
Listen to it, because I remember him saying, if when you make fun of black people, you're going to get your ass kicked. You'll listen to the tape. You'll hear it again.
Well, that is true.
But yeah, dude, look, and maybe he did say that, but from when I heard it on the tape, and I remember hearing it, I remember not getting, thinking, why is it a black thing? And this is when it was on tape. It was more like when you're reacting like that because you're pissed off and you're saying something stupid, that's one thing. I don't think he was turning it into I'm black and that's why you attacked me.
No, you're justifying it.
No, I'm not. Dude, I wasn't in studio when he came in.
No, that's true, but
so why would I justify it?
You guys were in the studio, and you guys were rightly calling him out on it when you listened to the tape in the first place.
Sir, I'm afraid of black people.
I didn't
At
really.
least you're honest.
Nate, I didn't call out Aries Spears on the tape. I was calling out these jocks for being complete wimps. That was my whole focus. That was my whole focus on that tape.
You're bashing Janine Garofalo and all the other liberal comics, and rightly so, for being hypocrites, for only going after the easy white targets. You're saying, why don't they go after Chappelle? Well, why didn't you go
Not
after
Chappelle, but in general,
and decide for yourself.
Dude, I hated what those jocks did to him. So I was just hold on. I was just focused on that point of what was going on.
Right, but it had nothing to do with race. And the minute he brought up the fact that I'm black, you're white, you have no right to do this to me because I'm black and I'm going to beat you up.
I got to hear that.
I would like to hear. I got to hear that. And all of a sudden, I have to jump on Whitey's side at that point.
And the difference
then at that point, it was really heated. I just thought when the guys start calling their security and stuff because they were scared they might get punched, and then when they realized security was in place, and then they started, trashing Aries, and then waited for him to leave to really trash him. Like that's pretty fucking wimpy. You had the chance to his face to say the same shit.
You're infantilizing the whole ridiculousness of his argument. The whole idea that he turned this into a black-white thing. If he wanted to just go after them for.
Someone has reminded me that they told Spears to go to go back to a black station.
Oh, right, yeah, okay.
I do remember that.
I do remember that, so...
Well, Nate said he's calling somebody out. I would like to hear the tape. I remember it, but I don't remember that part of it. But look, we'll listen to it, man. Look, there's a difference between being... I'm saying a coward. If my friends Opie and Anthony didn't want to get punched in the face because a larger man was in the studio, that's different.
Nate...
I don't know, guys. You know, I respect
my actions
guys every day, but you're really
Nate.
Nope. Exactly. You guys.
Hey, hold on. I'm not going to sit here and have you make a fucking victory speech.
Yeah, no.
You asshole. We got to listen to the fucking tape. I'm not just going to take your word for it.
And Nate, I don't see it
all of a sudden he's making a fucking victory speech.
Yeah, and my actions speak for themselves. I'm not scared of people when they come in here. I wasn't scared of Aries Spears. I was on his side. For whatever reason, I mean, this is a while ago now. I was on his side because two dopes down in Florida treat him like shit.
And they were the same guys that went after Dan Natterman after he left the studio. When he was in the car, they trashed him.
Yeah.
So that
I don't disagree with any of that, and I agree with you guys that all the Comedy Central and all these mainstream comics are total hypocrites because they'll only go after the soft, easy target, which usually means white. I'm just saying, just listen to the tape again and decide for yourself.
All right, Nate, thanks.
Take care, guys.
Fair enough, sir. Fair enough. Where's the tape?
Hey, I was fine with Nate until because that's how people get their point across when it's not true. He goes, see, well, no, and he's ready to hang up, and he goes, just want to let you guys know, I called you out on this. And, hey, ain't no victory speech. I want to hear the fucking tape. Bastard. Took that opportunity to bounce Arabs from the room anyway.
All right.
Not allowed.
People saying Nate is totally wrong. Another guy's backing up Nate. Spears used race as intimidation.
Did he? Okay.
I don't know. At that point, it was just a heated argument.
Well, it doesn't matter to me either way because I wasn't here. So believe me, if you two were acting like a couple of moes, I'll be more than happy to point it out.
Jimmy wins.
Saying that
no matter what.
I'm just going to acknowledge
bastard.
I've rarely been wimpy in this studio. Rarely.
No, I was just kidding.
I was actually just sticking up for the dude because he just got a bad deal down there in Florida when we got that tape. Do we have time to do all aboard?
All aboard.
Rosie O'Donnell's gay cruise.
Why? Why a gay cruise?
I don't know. Do you want to look at a bunch of guys holding hands? Let them have their own cruise.
All right. I agree now wholeheartedly.
There's nothing wrong with a gay cruise.
Yeah.
As long as you know that you may be going on a gay cruise.
This wasn't just on some boat that other people were going to be on.
Supposedly Rosie O'Donnell took it upon herself to rent out an entire cruise ship.
How much money does that bring?
I have no idea.
So she's got to be worth $1 million.
I'm sure she didn't rent it out herself.
A little more than that, Jim.
But she got together with one of these cruise companies and said, look, I want a boat for a gay cruise. I think I can fill up the whole damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
And she did.
She certainly did.
Yeah, it would be a different story if you're just going on thinking you're
going on a cruise and it's the Rosie O'Donnell gay cruise.
I wish my travel dude freaking told me ahead of time.
My agent seems to have made a mistake. I'm here on my cruise ship and a lot of spiky haircuts and girls in flannel.
Something's a little different here.
There was her theme with this thing was family. It wasn't just gay cruise. It wasn't called a gay cruise.
Right.
It was all about family. And I've never seen so many black, Asian, Mexican mixed children with these gay couples.
Well, that's why I think we're playing the audio because
man,
this is why I'm playing the audio. You guys may have your own reason why we're playing this audio because I had no idea half this shit was going on.
Wow.
So it was kind of an education. I don't know if it was a good education, but it was an education.
You know, a lot of people have an image of gay people as being single, and they go out, have their gay sex, go home, and cry on the pillow about how they've disappointed their parents. But it seems that there's a lot of these couples, and they want children. They want to raise families. And this boat was loaded with guy-guy, girl-girl couples that are planning to have kids, planning to have more kids, using the gay guy's sperm to impregnate the lesbians and make babies to give to this couple.
Can I back up? You know how my stupid OCD shit works. Chris in Connecticut.
Hey, Opie, you're talking about not being a wuss on the air, but I got 3 words for you. Sarah Jessica Parker.
Well, first of all, go back a little bit. I said rarely. I didn't say I was perfect. There have been times that, yes, I should have said something and I didn't.
You ever listened to that Sarah Jessica Parker tape?
And I don't think...
It wasn't. It was funny. It was very funny. And there was bashing going back and forth.
We destroyed her. And then she called in and called us out on it. And then we definitely folded like a cheap tent. Oh, boy.
$3 camera.
Right, exactly. But then, you know, we went another direction with the whole thing and made good radio out of it. On a daily basis, we try to make good radio. We destroyed her. We said that she looked like Ruth Buzzy in a dress. We said that she has a horse face. And she heard all this while she was on the set of Sex and the City because some of the crew loved the show that we were doing locally here in New York. And then she called us out on it, and we had no idea. First of all, we went to the phone to continue the bashing, thinking some girl was going to imitate Sarah Jessica Parker.
Right.
We had no idea it was actually her until, like, a little ways into the call and went, oh, my God, it really is her. And then it was just awkward, and then we decided to go another direction with the whole thing. That's all.
Dude, sometimes it's just embarrassing when you get caught bad-mouthing someone like that. No one's afraid of Sarah Jessica Parker. It's
how
embarrassing.
Can you be afraid of her? I hear she's like 5'2" tops.
Yeah. Beat the shit out of her.
Exactly. Exactly. But that was just good fun radio.
Yeah.
And then she told us to come down to the set because she says, I bet you guys are not that great to look at either, or something like that.
Yeah.
And then we were going to send, like, male models down there with flowers.
Yeah, say they were Opie and Anthony.
But then they ended up blowing us off. She says, yeah, she's like, you can come down anytime. I'm like, all right, we'll be there Friday, whatever it was. And then we try to talk to her. Our people talk to her people, and then they just completely blew us off.
Yeah.
So, there you have it. And we probably actually would have went down personally. So we weren't going to wimp out. Go to oavirus.com to hear that bit, I guess. I don't know.
Can you search on that site?
I don't know. All aboard. So you were saying, Anthony?
Yes, it's a family. It's a whole family thing, and they're giving each other sperm and eggs. Now, the lesbians will give...
You're spoiling a lot of this stuff.
Am I?
Okay.
God damn it.
Because I had no idea that was going on.
Yeah, I didn't know all this was going on.
I didn't know they were trading eggs and trading sperm.
Dude, it's amazing. Right there on the ship.
See, the lesbian couple, they have the eggs, and the gay guys have the sperm.
Yeah.
Who knew that they were swapping?
They're swapping the stuff that that disgust them. The things that they don't want to get near with the actual gear. They're
swapping their flawed DNA back and forth.
Yeah, exactly. Just kidding. But those are the lucky ones. Those are the lucky ones.
And then we learn about the adoption thing, and
because the adoption thing is huge. There's a clip of the adoption seminar, I guess.
Yeah, and then we got
in there. Yeah.
Well, because it was a gay cruise, family-oriented gay cruise, but then there was like you said, seminars and stuff.
Seminars on adoption,
where they can learn about having their own kids and learn how to adopting and
Don't blow it then, because
and then they have
play the clips.
Yeah, and then they have a gay comedian on the ship.
Of course they do.
Then you need your gay-themed entertainment.
Rosie gets up there and addresses the crowd, and then the gay comic. And I got to say, ship comics are amongst the funniest comics you're ever going to see.
They're just a little too edgy. I don't care for a lot of that dangerous water they tread on.
Can we go backwards again?
We love ship comics because they are so completely bad that it turns around, and it's great to watch. Is it great to watch somebody like... one of the worst hacks ever.
It's all we want. Me and Louie were talking about that one day. It's all you want to listen to, like if on XM or whatever, or you don't want to listen to good comics.
No.
You don't want to hear Carlin or Pryor. You want to hear the worst guy doing a fucking mall bit.
And when you're sitting there and watching this, I was dumbfounded at how awful these ship comics are.
All right. Gary in New Jersey.
Hey, I was calling because when you pretended to break Bernie Gets a CD, I heard some fear in that room.
Absolutely.
He shot 4 people.
That's why
sir.
I said listen
Jesus.
to the tape. I didn't say I was perfect. I said there were times, I wish I said something. But in general, I've said what I want, and I stick up for myself. But yes, when we smashed Bernie Gets a CD, it got a little crazy in here. And then when he left the studio and ran for his briefcase, and realized, oh shit, I wasn't able to bring a gun in here today. We were all pretty scared. I wasn't the only one. I'm like, why is he running out of the studio and digging through his briefcase or whatever he brought that
big
day?
duffel bag or some shit.
I
had done it before.
What else could he have possibly been looking for at that point in time? Another CD because the one he gave me I broke?
Or a gun.
So you're right. You're right.
I don't blame you. I would have been scared too, but I just think it was funny.
All right, thanks, Gary. When you're right, you're right. All right, so here's the first bit of audio from the All Aboard special that Rosie O'Donnell did on the Gay Family Cruise.
Times have changed. Every cruise that was raked first rate, even though they were really great, had a clientele only straight. Can camp it up, don't be shy, 'cause we welcome each gal and guy.
Oh, you like that, don't you, faggot?
Straight trans or bi.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
We're beginning a fabulous trip.
Fabulous.
Lots of pals.
Bunch of shit dicks.
Welcome you all to our family.
Got balls across your noses.
Hooray, hooray. And the 24-hour buffet. Play some craps. Watch ahead. Run some laps. Walk the deck. It's so romantic.
Swap the deck with your mouth.
Too bad they can't walk the plank.
After you play craps on that cruise, you gotta clean your cockhead off.
Welcome aboard!
Gasada Malanga.
Here's audio of a guy in the audience that wasn't paying attention. Just wanted to go on a cruise and relax.
Right.
Just like what?
Here he is after he went into the gym on the ship.
Those men wanted to have sex with me.
Oh, horrible.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Yeah, well.
I just don't like any cruise ship song, regardless.
Oh,
of
anything.
content.
Could have been about sex with beautiful women. Still awful song.
Whenever people are running around, I despise musicals. Today, their hands are flailing.
La-di-da.
Yeah.
Over the top.
A big production, a bunch of people doing the same shit at the same time.
La-di-da.
Things are swell.
Yeah. Welcome aboard, a guy and gal. This is what they ought to say. Here's our song.
Things are swell. Things are great. Get a cracker. We'll all masturbate.
Last one to come is the lucky devil.
This is the entertainment they should have had on the cruise ship right here. I got it for everybody. Yahoo!
Made it to the poop deck.
Oh, motherfucker!
Yeah.
The poop deck.
Here we go. Preteen girls talk about their gay parents.
We first had a dad and a mom, and then our mom told us, and my parents got divorced. And my sister said, well, I'm never going to like girls. I'm always going to like boys.
I think the hardest thing is constantly feeling like you have to defend your family, having to explain your story, and having to be like the perfect model family to show people that you turn out all right. So it's sort of a lot of pressure, I guess, at times.
I was allowed to do like 2 Mother's Day projects, and I couldn't do a family tree because my family wasn't considered a family.
Aw. By the way, the hottest part of the whole special right there. 2 girls. About, what were they? 16?
Well, it
Am I
says
bumping that up?
Family
No, they weren't preteen.
It says
They were in
preteen.
little bikinis in the hot tub.
The family tree is a bush.
With no fertilizer.
Bush.
Almost.
Well, I don't know where fertilizer came into that.
Can't fertilize the egg?
Can't fertilize, you know.
Okay.
It's a little stretch, I guess. I was trying.
Stop looking at the button.
I like
All right.
funny in front of you guys.
Hold on, let me think.
All right. Gay man breaks down talking about how pastor said having a kid was okay.
Yeah. Oh.
I'll never forget when we told our pastor what we wanted to do in terms of having a baby, and
passed her and went right to the guy.
Why do you need the pastor's approval, though? I don't get that.
They like to be religious. They like having some type of religion, like they're accepted by God, when everyone knows.
Church has been pretty bad to gay people. I don't understand why, unless it's like a newer...
Yeah, why is that so important to you?
Dude, I'm sure it's some kind of newer... It's the Church of the Cock.
You'd hope so.
What kind of pastor is giving his blessing on 2 guys getting married and having adopting a child?
And he just said that. He said. He said. He said that when we told our pastor that we were going to have a baby, that we wanted to have a baby, he said that was wonderful, and that would bring more love into the world. And I just thought, wow, I honestly believe that God was saying, you can have this baby.
Sure he was.
You can act like a man! What's the matter?
God was saying you could have this baby. People are stupid. Gay, straight, we're all a bunch of adults. I love when everyone tries to interpret what God is thinking. There's one side saying, God, you're the worst friggin' thing walking the earth in God's eyes. And then he's saying, God saying we could have this baby. We just don't know.
God ain't saying anything.
If there is one, there ain't one. If he's saying stuff, if he's not, if he loves you, he hates you. You want a little dick? Is God going to hate you for it?
God ain't saying anything. God stopped talking a long time ago. He's just now watching.
Here's what God says.
You think God's like a has-been, a one-hit wonder?
He's just watching now.
He's busy.
He's watching.
What's he busy with?
I don't know. God's like, what? You from where? Isn't that in the Milky Way? He's busy. There's a bunch of other things to consider.
Like a bunch of other planets and projects.
Of course.
We're like old hat.
God is just
2,000 years ago.
God is just looking down at us and kind of acting like Robert De Niro, I think. Don't do that.
Hey, what are you doing?
No, I wouldn't do that.
A little bit.
Right.
Tease him a little bit.
He's just watching and commenting at this point.
It's
a big joke to him, a big game.
That's why God shouldn't even be brought into the whole thing.
He hears every... Does he?
Does he hear every prayer?
And he listens to every... Shut up.
He's laughing.
How do he do that?
He's laughing and saying, oh, now they think the hybrid cars are going to do something.
I think they're helping the planet.
Right.
Wait till they see what I got planned. I'm going to fling a meteor into them. End it all. They're very happy that they're adopting children, and it was kind of creepy. Not kind of. It was the creepiest thing I ever saw. 2 gay guys with this obviously adopted young son changing it on the deck somewhere. And, I'm open-minded. I'm not going to say, oh, there ought to be laws to stop. I don't care what you do. Believe me, I care not of children anyway. But it was just to watch it. These two, like, really over-the-top gay guys changing a little baby. It was just kind of creepy.
I like that, though, just because it's like there's so many kids need to be adopted. It's like, go ahead, take them.
Well, that's what they're doing.
Wait till you hear.
That's what they're doing.
Wait till you hear who gets adopted.
They ain't picking up the Prussian blue children.
Right.
They ain't picking up the little blonde-haired...
We're just saving that for a little later in this conversation, man.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people that aren't as open-minded to that as you think.
Well, put it this way. It's a lot easier to go to the bargain bin when it comes to adoption.
They're going to the dollar store.
Definitely.
Well, it might be by choice, so this is just a line of guys waiting for the Filipinos to come in.
Well, that could be, too, but I think it's more like if you go to Marshall's and go to get that pair of pants where one leg's a little longer, because it's cheaper and easier to find.
There you go. Let's move on here. Rosie's homo hairstylist. This is what's written for me here, by the way.
I think that's how he was billed on the credits.
Rosie's homo hairstylist was overwhelmed.
It's overwhelming to see all the children with gay parents.
Yeah, it was.
So many, As soon as we walked in, I just had this huge chill.
I started it too on the dock.
Tears came to my eyes. It's all about love, you know?
It's like the buffet for them. Just children on a deck-long table.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like you to join us on the promenade deck tonight. We're going to have a buffet that's going to feature children from 3 to 12. And the chocolate bar will be open after that.
And don't
forget to pick up a bikini teeny.
Right.
And just a teen.
Hey, bikini teen.
Bikini
teen. I know what you're getting at.
Bikini teenies are even too gay for this cruise. All right. Opie, you take it.
And just in case you're wondering, we are in international waters.
Ladies and gentlemen, no laws apply now. The laws of piracy. So, any screaming child running down the deck, if you could catch him, he's yours.
That's right.
Can we say? All aboard. Toot toot.
Here in international waters, you take the age and multiply it by the longitude, and that's technically right. The sexual consent of
Age times depth of water times miles away from the shore. Those are the rules we're living by right now. And if you could just take the dicks out of your mouth for 2 seconds while I make the rest of this announcement.
You think the boat just quietly... I'm trying to remember this freaking reference, and I don't have it. You think the boat is just, pulling out slowly and everything is quiet? Maybe the scene just before, in the Titanic, before it hit the iceberg, where everyone is very, very quiet, wondering what the hell's going to happen. And then it hits international waters, and then all hell breaks loose. The music starts up.
Festival! There you go. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are in international waters. Woo! Are you feeling hot, hot, hot? Yes, sir! Yeah. Full speed ahead. Feeling teens.
My broth is hot, hot, hot.
Me on fire. Me soul on fire. My ass on fire.
All right.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Moving on here.
Conga line, they're all attached.
It's like Legos.
Moving on, here's Rosie speaking before the crowd.
About 2.5 years ago, Kelly, myself, and Greg were sitting having dinner.
Opie.
And I said, wouldn't it be great if we could do some sort of vacation package? And Greg said, well, why don't we rent a cruise ship? And I was like, sure, why not? How hard could it be? It's been really, really interesting because, in every relationship, Kelly's theory is there's a flower and there's a gardener. I am the flower.
No, you're not. What?
She gardens. Really? So things like,
what does that
for the
mean?
last 2 or 3...
Look.
Is that a top reference bottom?
I don't know.
I'm going to garden.
I mean, we've all seen Rosie and her partner. Would you ever think Rosie was the flower?
Maybe she just trims her bush. That would be like the duty of a gardener, a good gardener. Oh, wow.
What happened?
Partner's very attractive. Whatever her name is.
It's like, for the last 2 or 3 months, I'm like, honey, I cut my leg. Where are the Band-Aids? She's like, I am on the phone. They're booking a double penthouse. Can you just wait?
Right.
Everything was about the damn cruise. I started to get a little jealous, a little pissed off. She's like, do you think lesbians like peanuts? How do I know? I gotta tell you, honestly, as we were checking in, it was very moving. I was very overwhelmed. I got all choked up at seeing all the beautiful families built of love coming in to check on and party together. And a lot of people said, the Norwegian Dawn, that's the biggest cruise ship on the sea. Are you out of your mind? And I said, no, I believe. And all of you, you believe too. So thank you very much. I hope you have a great time, and we'll see you this week.
All right. Well, that sounds like fun.
Sounds like a blast for everybody.
It's like a great time, right? Where's Hawk?
Huh? What's wrong? What the hell's going on? What's wrong?
I'm just waiting for Hawk to get back in the studio.
Why? Something is going on. What is going on?
Why does it take so long?
What, Eric?
Yeah.
What's he doing?
Well, I was just wondering if there's all right, let me see. All right. The sound's off out there?
Why? What's up?
Is that guy gay?
Who?
Our guest.
Twitchels?
The bio that... No, I just gave you the bio for the guy that's sitting out there.
I don't think so.
Did you read his bio?
Yeah, but he just whacked his bag. I don't think so.
Masturbated in gay porn films at start of career. His adult films include Hot Sessions #3, Young, Hard, and Solo.
#2 and #3.
His porn name was Sebastian. Became an MTV VJ. His porn past cost him his job.
Why? Would fucking MTV care?
It's Simon Rex. Simon Rex from Scary Movie 4 is coming in.
4. And he's sitting out there, and I didn't know if he's gay. And again, I don't care. I'm still going to make fun of the Rosie gay cruise, but then I just want to know what we're going to be walking into later.
Or backing into. I'm guessing. I'm actually guessing no. I'm guessing that he just probably whacked his bag for some porn.
Dude, stop it.
Someone films you just whacking off and wants to give you money. Why not?
In Young, Hard, and Solo, if you're going to be jerking, you know it's going to be a gay film. That it's going to be gay men.
If they wanted to pay me to whack my bag and just videotape it and look with my awful body, they're more than welcome to. Hand me the cash. I don't care who enjoys it.
Well, we'll find out in a little while, I guess.
You going to ask?
Why not?
Yeah.
Cares.
So you gay guy?
No, I don't.
What do you do? How do you ask?
All right, let's get back to this, and then we'll sing into that.
Take your cock out and just go, hey, huh? What do you think, eh?
Yeah.
Nice.
So, all aboard Rosie O'Donnell's gay cruise. Back to this. According to what's written in front of me, the next track is Dykes Cryo Pregnancy Results.
Yeah. Oh, it's a good one.
This was very... Yeah.
They're actually taking a little EPT test right there on the ship because they had been artificially inseminated. They're looking forward to having a little baby.
See, this is where we could have had a good Judy Gold. Could have been very instrumental in this because she went through this. Yeah, man. She's got 2 kids.
She went through...
I guess it was artificial insemination, but she has 2 kids.
She gave birth?
I believe she did, yeah. I'm almost positive she did.
All right, well, here's a lesbian couple getting their pregnancy results.
Very shortly, in an hour or so, we'll find out if we are finally pregnant. I would love to have the experience of having a child. You know, I want to have that experience.
I'm more than happy to be in the supporting role, and you know, very glad that my partner wants to take that role.
Yeah, I think if it is positive, we should hit the casino because that means I'm finally getting some luck.
I'm ready. Gotta find out.
Okay.
Coming out.
This is Carrie. Can I help you?
Hi, Carrie. It's Amy Courtwright.
Well, I'm sorry to tell you that it's negative. So sorry.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Wait, thanks for nothing.
I just don't understand why. It's just... No, you did everything right.
Get in the hole! Get in the hole! That's terrific. That's terrific.
I guess that adoption seminar today might be very useful.
Hey, everybody! We're all gonna get laid!
It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible.
Is that supposed to be sexy?
It's impossible. I'm trying to tell you that. What do you want? You want the tears to come out of my eyes?
What is your problem, you insensitive asshole?
Fucking wrong. Oh, it's awful.
It's impossible. I'm...
Cha-cha-cha.
Well,
Didn't happen.
No.
Just didn't happen.
Well, we have audio of the sperm. Yeah.
Bullshit, it looks to me like the best part of you ran down the crack of your mama's ass and ended up as a brown stain on the mattress.
Here's the egg just waiting. Just anytime now.
Yeah, he's like the Maytag repairman.
We have more audio of the sperm.
I'm scared of you.
You bungling incompetent.
Oh, this is really sad.
I got audio of the womb.
I hate this place. Nothing works here.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Just want to see if
that's tough.
If anyone else
Gotta
is
be
gonna
unhappy and disappointing. I think.
Yeah. Let me look through the others here.
Well, do we have any other?
What?
That'd be good after.
I don't have that one. I don't think. I think Ant has that one.
Oh. No, I don't think so.
You have it.
No, this guy.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
But you have to play it after the audio.
Here's the sperm. It's close. It's almost there. The sperm's going to make it. It's going to make it. It's going to fertilize the egg. It's...
Just short. All right.
You blew it!
Let's say hi to Paul in Tennessee. Paul, what's up?
Hey, man, my dad's a minister. I was adopted as a baby, and, man, I think I'm kind of screwed up now, but I'd be really pissed off if I was adopted into a gay family.
Look, I don't know what that's like, but I got to say, it beats being in a foster home. You can't, like, when gay couples want to adopt, let them take their kids. They're in foster home. We're paying for it. People want to have kids. Let them adopt kids.
Yeah, but, man, I don't know. I was adopted, like I'm saying, and it would be... I mean, things have happened in my life that kind of suck now because my dad was probably very strict on me. But I don't know. Just think about how you wouldn't have a choice of whether or not what people thought of you as a child.
You don't anyway, though. If your dad's an alcoholic or if your mom's a fucking the neighborhood whore or your father beats you, you don't have a choice anyway.
That's not as bad, though.
Well, I mean, it depends on what he beats you with. If he's fucking putting mushroom prints on your face.
Well, I know. I'm just saying, I would be pretty pissed off. I just see a lot of craziness in the world, and being the son of a preacher, man, a lot of the stuff you're saying, you know, it's kind of weird to hear all that, what's going on, and all the fucking just shit that is going on in the world.
All right.
Yeah, thanks. That was my boss.
All right, thanks. Let's go to Tim in Jersey. Tim, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
What's up? They're on a cruise. It's all women. Don't they understand they need cock if they want to get pregnant?
It's not all women.
No, it's
they're gay guys.
And this
there's gay guys. Well, maybe they should mix it up a little.
They do. That I don't have a clip of that, unfortunately, but we learned during this special, whatever, that they're swapping.
Yeah,
they're swapping an egg for this.
Yeah, they're making deals.
They're making deals
on board
with each
this
other.
boat. They're going, all right, you would get a little sperm from you, and then she'll give you an egg.
They showed a scene that two gay guys ran into two lesbians, and they were trying to
on the deck of a ship. The one lesbian says to the gay guy,
right, and they're trying to negotiate.
Yeah.
Like, look, I'll give you an egg, and you give me some of what you got.
Right.
And then we both get kids. There you go. That's what we do now. So then here's some audio on the adoption process, or they're educating the shipgoers about adoption.
Right.
Your first problem is getting a birth mother that will surrender to a same-sex couple. Your second problem, adoption today is very expensive. Your average foreign adoption will run you between $25,000 and $30,000. If you're willing to accept a child where the birth mother has a drug history, or if you want an African-American child, that will increase your chances.
Increase your chances. Isn't that amazing? You could get a little broken black baby for next to nothing if you're a gay guy.
It's just unbelievable, man.
And
oh, those guys are fags.
What is all the whispering going on?
Yeah, what are you whispering for?
Who is your daddy, and what does he do?
Martini Steve, why are you whispering so much?
No, very bad.
All right, just because you were on this cruise? Three Boilers closed. Fucking gift shop.
All right, there's a lot of distractions for some reason. Something's going on. I guess we're going to have to take a break to find out some things.
Yeah,
what things, Ope?
I have no idea.
Let's find them out.
There's whispering going on.
Things.
Audio's being turned down, and I don't know. All right, so adoption seminar says black children easier to adopt, yes.
Right.
And or if the birth mom has a drug problem, that's terrific for everybody.
That's great. Crack baby, you want one of those? The deck of the ship just looked like Saigon, just running children, naked, napalmed. There were a lot of multicultural children on board that need the love.
Well,
it's wonderful.
We'll end with the gay comedian on the ship, okay?
Great.
A couple great jokes here for everybody.
Oh.
I come from a very conservative family. You know, my dad was a state trooper, and it wasn't easy telling my parents that I'm gay. In fact, I made my carefully worded announcement at Thanksgiving. I said, Mom, would you please pass the gravy to a homosexual? She passed it to my father. And my really cool news is that my friends Elvira and Chloe have asked me to be their donor dad, and I'm going to do that. I'm really happy about that. I'm very thrilled.
Except I'm insisting on leaving it on their faces.
What's that supposed to be, some kind of sick joke? Son, all I've ever asked of my Marines is for them to obey my orders as they would the word of God.
Word of God.
I love the way he goes, the Vietnamese. You have that clip? Vietnamese.
The word of God. Don't you love your country?
Yes, sir.
How about getting with the program? Why don't you jump on the team and come on in for the big win?
I could listen to him fucking read off a menu and I'd love him.
You better get your head and your ass wired together or I will take a giant shit on you.
He's the greatest person ever in a movie.
Absolutely.
Please play all I've ever asked of my Marines. They obey my orders as they would the word of God.
Son, all I've ever asked of my Marines is for them to obey my orders as they would the word of God.
God.
Holy shit, do we have a major problem.
What's the problem?
Tell him to go home, then. Tell him to go home. Tell him to go home.
Uh-oh, let me see.
Tell him to go home.
Let me read.
Now I know what all the whispering's about. Tell him to go home. Tell him to go home.
Steve?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Tell him to go home.
Can I see the paper? But that's gonna create a problem.
Yeah, tell him to go home then.
With
the movie's terrific, and we'll all be seeing it Friday anyway. Tell him just to go home.
Oh, no.
Tell him to go home.
Oh, no. Oh.
It's right in the bio. Tell him to go home.
Who wrote the bio?
Time to go home.
Probably
go home.
Fan.
Oh, no, this is going to be real uncomfortable now.
Tell him to go home.
I'm not going to be able to look. Do we have something I could put over my head?
Why?
I just can't. I can never look at these uncomfortable situations.
Why don't we take a break?
No, don't go off the air either.
I'll create a robe.
Better.
How appropriate.
There we go.
Shit, a white robe, man.
Now do whatever you want.
Feels natural, just like home, doesn't it?
No, I need the eye holes.
Yeah. Just tell him to go home.
Tell him to go. Simon?
Yeah.
No, bring him in.
Oh, boy.
Roland asked not to talk about the things.
Is the sound on out there?
No. What are you doing with the thing over your head?
I don't want to look at anybody if we get into an uncomfortable situation where we have to send somebody home.
Well, that'll be comfy to have you fucking dressed like that, like the grim germaphobe.
White power.
At least I won't have to look.
White power.
Hey, these are Yankee pinstripes, my friend.
Yeah, if you don't have Pal Talk, Anthony has one of his huge Yankee white robes over his
turn
entire
it that way
body.
so people can see Ben sitting there, but they don't get to see Ben, Hawk. Don't turn it towards...
Put on the...
let's bring Twitchels come in here.
All right.
And then there's a page 6 item, too.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
He picked the worst day to come in there.
No.
Wow.
Don't worry about it.
Then what is Roland saying?
Nothing. Just...
Ben, what?
Nothing.
What is he
There's
saying?
nothing going on.
But there is something going on.
There is something going on. Post-its we're handing out to everybody.
Can I ask a blatant question?
Yeah.
No.
So then what's the problem?
There is no problem.
There's no problem.
Then why the post-it?
I don't know.
If Ben and his soccer mom hairdo says there's no problem, then there's no problem.
Open the door.
Oh, boy. Let me get my robe.
Simon! Are we allowed to talk about anything? Are we allowed to talk about anything when you come in here? Simon! Are we allowed to talk about anything?
What do you mean?
I don't know. We're getting Post-its and stuff.
About what?
About, like, your past and stuff.
Yeah, what else is new?
It's frustrating, right?
Yeah, it's lame. Yeah, whatever.
We don't have to, like, focus on that, but it's hard not to, like, it's in your bio.
Yeah, well...
Yeah.
I'm half asleep, man. Whatever. I expected that shit. Whatever.
Well, I'm asking you. I don't want to be a dick to you.
Oh, no, it's cool.
That's why I'm completely just asking you.
Oh, yeah, no worries.
Because, like, it's in your bio, and then, like, we're getting notes like, don't mention that, and it's pretty hard not to mention stuff like that.
Yeah. Am I on? Are we about to go on? We're
kind of on, is what we do. That's why I was asking through the door.
Oh, all right.
Did you just wake up, too?
Yeah, man, I just rolled out of bed, man.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Imagine waking up, Opie, and someone just punches you between the eyes.
Yeah, it's pretty much how it is.
Jesus. Well, you're in page 6, too, today. You know that?
No way. What does it say?
Can I read that at least?
Yeah, what does it say?
All right. Well, first of all, it's what a weird intro. But Simon Rex, you're going to be in You are in Scary Movie 4 that opens on Friday.
Yeah.
And we remember you from MTV and all that stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it says on page 6 of the New York Post today, B-list party boy.
That's funny. I like that.
You like that?
It's better than C-list.
B-list isn't bad.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I would like B.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
I've heard that one before. That's
like
funny.
Z-list.
I don't think we're even in the C category.
No.
B-list party boy Simon Rex was literally caught with his pants down at a Chelsea nightclub called Stereo over the weekend.
That's funny. I don't know if that's necessarily true. Pants down? What you mean? Like what, with a chick or something?
Well, it says literally caught with his pants down, so they're saying you were caught with your pants
literally
down.
Means
that's news to me, but that's you can't always believe that stuff.
You can't believe page 6.
I mean, maybe when I was in the bathroom taking a leak, my pants were half down.
They could say that then and be accurate.
Technically, they were right.
He was standing in this club with his dick out. I was in the fucking bathroom.
So it says you were caught with your pants down at the Chelsea nightclub Stereo over the weekend. The soused? Were you soused?
Sauce? What is that?
Soused.
Loaded.
S-O-U-S-E-D. Loaded.
Oh, yeah, I was probably had a couple beers, but
right,
not enough to wear my,
So that part's true, right?
Yeah.
All right, so the South Scary movie actor asked us to use his cell phone in a private hallway.
Yeah.
Wait. The South Scary movie actor asked to use his cell phone in a private hallway. So you wanted to call someone in a private hallway?
Yeah. I mean, it's all coming together now. Were my pants off at this point? Is that?
Where were you keeping your cell phone?
Yeah, exactly.
So you needed to make a call, and you asked if you could use it in a private hallway, which is weird. But when owners Michael and Barry checked on him 10 minutes later, they found Rex with his pants down.
That's amazing.
All right, so we get more
details. Is it today's?
Yeah, so we get more details about the whole literally being caught with your pants down. Maybe I should have read this ahead of time, by the way. I don't know what it's going to say next. So the owners, all right, what is happening?
They let you get in the hallway, the owners. You make a private cell phone call. They come back 10 minutes later. You're there with your pants down.
That's amazing.
They found Rex with his pants down and about to empty his bladder on the floor.
Oh, come on.
All right, so now we know why the pants were down. You had to take a leak.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty funny to me. I think I'd remember that one. But I don't. That's so. I mean, I don't know how that gets fabricated. That's crazy.
They immediately bounced him out of the club. Do you remember being bounced?
That didn't happen, man. Nothing like that happened at all.
Who wrote this? Did they see it firsthand? Are they hearing from the owners? Who else was in the private hallway? Is it one of their spies? Like, how do they get this info?
Well, Page 6 isn't exactly reputable right now. With the guy trying to blackmail a billionaire for fucking $100,000. So,
right.
Even if you did do it, who gives it? You could just shit in the hallway. No one will believe what they say anyway.
That's pretty funny. I'm going to have to save that one, man. That's great.
That's a good one for the scrapbook.
That's great.
And it says, exposing himself is nothing new for Rex. Before he became semi-famous as an MTV VJ in the 90s, the former Paris Hilton plaything.
Yeah, that part's true. We played around a little.
You got Paris?
Yeah, well, I've known her for a long time. We just did a movie together, this National Lampoon movie called Pledge This that's coming out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She picked me to play her boyfriend because I've known Paris for forever.
Known or like,
No, yeah, known. Yeah.
You got some action?
Yeah.
That's
cool. That's not, nowadays, is that really saying anything?
No, it's kind of a cool fraternity to be in.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
And I love that he admits that.
Nice one to have on the list.
Yeah. Yeah, no, she's actually, I've known her forever. She's a friend of mine. I don't want to just say, but, whatever. Yeah, we fucked up, man.
Does she play dumb?
She does. She's actually a lot smarter than people think. She fools a lot of people, and she's a smart girl, and she knows what she's doing.
She got big feet.
Yeah.
Yeah? Like freakishly big?
Kind of hang over the shoes.
Like talons.
Why would you ask that? Does she know to have big feet?
Yeah, she's kind of known to have big feet.
You have a foot fetish? Foot guys love that. If they're nice feet, big, like size 11.
No, I don't like big feet. I like cute feet. But then it doesn't drive me nuts. I'm not like, you gotta have.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't gonna kick her out of the room for it, but
like little footprints in sandboxes at the schoolyard.
Yeah, I never care what feet look like. They look like Mad Magazine feet, all fucking bent in half, crooked, two left ones. I'll still fuck her.
So I guess we'll admit that you were drunk or soused.
Yeah, I never heard that word soused. I like sauced.
Yeah, no, it's definitely soused.
Yeah.
Soused. You were using a cell phone in a private hallway. They checked on you 10 minutes later, and you were pretty much
fessing up to the pissing on the floor.
You pretty much had your pants down because you wanted to take a leak.
That's great. I wish it was true. I mean, that would make me pretty much a rock star. But
when you're pissing on the floor,
that's pretty awesome
pretty
in the
cool.
middle of a club. Yeah.
Dude, you should.
Were they saying I was urinating, or is it just that they were?
They found Rex with his pants down and about.
Oh God.
And that's when they bounced you from the club.
That didn't happen at all.
And then they give you a nice plug here that you hung with Paris Hilton.
Yeah.
And then they mentioned the gay porn videos.
Yeah, not gay. It's misunderstood. It's it was me by myself, but they call it gay porn for some reason.
That's what Jimmy was saying. That's why I wanted to get into this a little bit.
Because it's just like
move on.
It's a guy just jacking alone.
Right.
And I'm sure the clientele of the videos are gay guys, but
few girls too, but mostly dudes.
Doesn't mean the guy's in it.
But Jimmy said that he would absolutely do the exact same thing.
The bio says this. This is what told me. It has masturbated, gay porn films, and started a career. If you're whacking off and someone wants to pay to film it, I mean, what the? I don't
With
care
or
who
without
fucking
the
watches
breathe
it.
right strip.
I do it every day anyway, so figure, might as well get paid for it.
Exactly. I've done it for free on Pal Talk. If somebody wanted to give me cash to watch me whack my dick with my awful stomach and appendix scar, I'd be fucking more than happy to take the cash. I don't care who watches it. Show my parents.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much how I felt at the time, too. But then, here I am 13 years later, and it's still like the only thing people ever say about me.
Like haunts you.
Yeah, whatever.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, it's, here we are.
You just need a few bucks to pay the phone bill or something?
Yeah, I was living
At
with
the time?
this guy. I had this girl, and she had a kid, and I was fucking. The kid was calling me daddy. I was working as a fucking bus boy. Shit, I had to do something. And she did like Hustler, High Society, those magazines, Other Girls and all that stuff. She's like, hey, we got to pay the rent, help out. I didn't know any better. Sure, but so basically that's how that happened.
Yeah. Why did MTV? This is annoying. MTV. They said it cost you at the MTV gig, which really annoys me.
That's not true.
Oh, okay, because then the bio's wrong.
Yeah, a lot of it's so funny. I mean, it seems like everything's just fucking wrong. I mean, that's they fire MTV VJs regularly and hire new ones. They let me go. When I worked there, I was with John Sensio, Idalis De Leon, Bill Bellamy, Kennedy, and they fired like 5 of us at once. And I was part of that group. It had nothing to do with that. As a matter of fact, I thought I was going to get fired when all that surfaced. But they're like, look, we hired Jenny McCarthy for her laying on a car and touching herself. What's the difference? I'm like, cool, all right. 6 months later, I get laid off. They said it was because of that. Not true again. So nothing's ever fucking true anymore, man.
I was about to get annoyed at MTV.
Yeah.
See, shows you how little I know.
Yeah, the papers constantly get shit wrong anyway.
Yeah. That's why now whenever I read shit, it's like I believe, they say believe half of what you see and nothing of what you hear. That's sort of my philosophy now, because pretty much everything I've comes across me seems like bullshit, but I don't know.
And they don't want to do their own research.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had without getting completely into it, but we've had our own problems, and we've been written about a lot, and it just amazes me. It's like, if they just would have done just 5 minutes of research, they would have got this right.
Yeah.
But instead of like, oh, I heard this, so all right, I'll print it as fact.
Yeah.
There are those things, though, that you gotta realize are just gonna fucking, like, be right there in your back pocket.
Yep.
When you sit down, boom. We don't do it. We don't do anything without first being asked about the stupid sex in St. Patrick's Cathedral thing.
What's that?
That it was about 5 years ago.
Little thing we did.
Couple had sex in St. Pat's, and a couple of DJs got fired.
Oh, no way.
That was us. and every time we're written about, it's always, and you might remember, blah, 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 blah.
They tag every story.
No, it's just human nature,
Yeah.
Especially in American culture. They just want to put you up on a pedestal and knock you off. So it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
But you're doing just fine. You got the Scary Movie 4, right?
It's fucking funny. I saw it last night, man. It's a lot of laughs. If you like those kind of movies, this is definitely,
Yeah, we're getting everybody from the movie in here, so I guess we like them.
Yeah. I mean, they do really well, I mean, the last one, made a kill. I think it was like the biggest opening in the history of the month of October, Scary Movie 3. For any movie.
Yeah, but they're getting confusing.
Like 55 million.
No offense, but they're getting confusing with those records. The movie records. It's the biggest opening Tuesday that doesn't fall before.
Yeah.
Biggest leap year ever.
Before a holiday.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
But they do well.
Yeah, they do really well.
And what do you do in the movie?
I spoof Clint Eastwood from $1 Million Baby.
Do you really?
Yeah. It's not a horror movie, obviously, but they spoof just popular movies as well. My character, gets killed but you can always come back from these deaths in these movies, as everyone does. Basically, I play Clint Eastwood from $1 Million Baby, and Anna Faris is the boxer, and I'm coaching her, and a horrible accident happens that I'll let you guys see. My pants come down in a nightclub, and then I
You piss all over the mat. Jesus Christ.
That's hilarious.
That's very good.
So they were all panicky and worried, and it's like, we had to ask somebody. It's like, dispel the rumor, and that's that.
There you go.
Then you can move on. But they're passing notes and stuff, and it's really hard not to bring that up,
And I do raise for the record, if anybody would like to fucking pay me to do that, I'm more than willing to drive off anywhere.
Sorry. See how much I got on me.
I couldn't get a rod if anyone was in the room. It would have to be just me and a fucking camera. I tried to
there you go.
I've tried to photograph my mule for the internet, and my dick just panics. My dick is so gun shy. I've tried to, because there's some angles with the camera where you look fucking amazing, and every time I grab the camera, it just fucking wilts in shame. It's frustrating.
On Pal Talk?
No. For me, on a fucking digital. Not with my face, but where you're fucking whacking.
Oh, what do you want to get, like a view from the bottom of a building where they shoot up and make the building look a lot taller?
Let's
Is that
get
what
into
you're
this,
looking to do?
You're willing to whack off face and mule? or just Mule?
Just Mule.
Yeah, because see.
Oh, now you're every Arab on.
Simon, he's going Hollywood.
Is Mule penis?
Yeah. he's going Hollywood on us. So that, the old Jimmy would have said fuck it, face, Mule, everything else. But I mean, he's going to be on HBO in another month or two, so he's got to be careful now.
No, it's not even that. It's that I know that from the waist down I'm okay. From the waist up, I lose money on the video sales.
I ask because don't tempt us. We could raise a shitload of money to make this happen.
No, I try to take digital photos, like girls. Like,
no, I mean
your dick.
But the whacking off, solo whack off video.
Are you trying to produce this, you sick bastard?
With effects and
dude, because you know how much money we can make off this.
I have to draw the line somewhere. I have to sleep at night. I'm not putting a tape of him jerking off out for people to see.
No, not a tape.
DVD.
I want to see it.
Right. With little extras. Where I break down and cry because my dick won't get hard.
Director commentary.
My agent is screaming at my cock. You're blowing it.
I'm just calling him out on it. Because I think the listeners would raise enough money, hand it over to Jim, and that's it.
Well, let's see what enough money is, because fucking, if it was
I'll throw in 20 bucks.
There you go.
All right, well, it's halfway there.
The listeners, especially the girls, don't even want to see it live. What makes you think they want to see it recorded?
They would just watch it for the go factor.
Right, yeah. I don't even think it's about actually watching it, just the fact that he would take money to do this.
He just come in Kenny's face right at the end, surprise. Like at the end, he just pokes his head in, hi.
And he just says, thank you. I don't know. I'd just produce it myself and fucking just give it out.
Do that.
Yeah, I don't sell it. Here, take this.
Put it this way, it wouldn't hurt or help.
No one gives a fuck.
None of us in this room are going to run for political office.
That's the only time it hurts you is if you're a politician.
I might be, actually. Well, never mind. I
really? Oh, you did?
I just changed my mind right now. I was going to, but... run in politics, but I don't know.
Do you want this man? What a great
know. This man. Here's another videotape of him.
If you're like, especially now, like if you look at Paris Hilton, man, it's like she has a sex video and it made her a star. Look what different Tom and Pam.
What? She has a what?
Well, it's rumored to be.
Okay, I don't know if that's true, but
fucking who's the guy that she was? How about fucking Tanya Harding and Galuli?
I
can't. But that fucking cock of his. How do you not just want to stand up and clap
like a champ?
And an awful camera angle from 8 feet away.
She had the worst ass.
She was awful. She was awful.
It was.
Wait, who? Tanya Harding? Who are you talking about?
Yeah, we're going old school.
Skater.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I know. I remember her ass looked like a pizza box.
Yeah, she was brutal.
Fucking inverted toilet. Whatever that meant.
It conjures up
set
an image.
A visual, you know what I mean.
Conjures up a little image there.
It was definitely a good visual.
But yeah, it doesn't hurt anybody anymore unless you're a politician. As long as you're not a politician, no one cares.
I even saw this Schwarzenegger stuff. You guys got to put on YouTube. Did you ever see on YouTube, that website? You can see this Schwarzenegger video where he's in Brazil, and it might be the creepiest thing I've ever seen in my life.
It was pretty much molesting
chicks, and then I seen one of these smoking a joint, and we lifting it. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, look at him.
Hey.
He's there.
He's a wonderful governor. What?
You see, I was just watching Conan the other day, Conan the Barbarian, and in that, I know it's a part in a movie, but still, he's grabbing tit and ass on this woman that he's having sex with. Reagan.
Well, that was based on a true story, and the real Conan the Barbarian was very much a grabby guy.
Was he?
So he was just playing the part.
He was really getting into it.
From what I read, I don't know.
Gets into a role.
Yeah, he's he's a method actor.
Of course.
Yeah.
I understand. Well, I'm glad we got past all that.
Yes.
Scary Movie 4, what, Friday?
Friday, man. Fucking hilarious.
Very cool.
Yeah, man.
I look forward to it. I like those Abrams, amazing. Zucker.
Yeah, well, Abrams too. But he wasn't in this.
Back in the day.
Back in the day. Airplane, Naked
movies.
Gun, man. They did, hey.
And you're getting other roles in Hollywood now?
Yeah, I got a movie with Lucy Liu coming out called Rise, and the Paris Hilton movie, Pledge This, which seems to just never end reshoots. I don't know what's going on with it. It might be one of those straight-to-video ones. But, I smell an Oscar.
Hey.
Oh, no, I farted. Never mind.
And she doesn't mind being naked, man. I mean, the internet is just filled with Paris Hilton stuff.
There's a picture of her.
With getting out of the car, she has no panties on?
No, where she's standing like, it looks like it's like a paparazzi line, and the skirt's blow. It probably is a superimposed. It's where
she had a dick?
No, I would marry her. No, she has just really nice vag. It's a skirt blown up shot though, where her panties are cutting.
Jimmy likes plump ones.
What you mean? Plump pussies?
Yeah, like fucking just a big stack.
Like outdoor meatloaf thing?
Yeah, exactly. Something pastry. It should look like it's rotting in the sun.
I think that's the name of Paris' new album, Rotting in the Sun.
Rotting in the Sun.
That is awful how you can even appreciate
That's
that.
what I want, a fucking salmon that's sitting on the picnic table.
It's like a meat paunch. It's like what are those called? Those turkey paunch pockets? It's like a fucking, what are those things? The Hot Pockets, inside out. I don't know.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
You guys got something in common?
Who doesn't want a reverse meat punch?
No.
A lot of guys don't like that.
It's like a Munchkin launch pad.
It's got to be nice and like a little neck clam.
Yeah, I need a gash. I need a gash.
I don't want it to look like you put an M80 in a roast beef. Nothing like that where it's just...
See, I like that. I prefer
out there.
That. I prefer that.
Nothing wrong with just a little hanging over the side.
Little hanging teriyaki.
Just a little bit.
A little to let you know what's going on.
Just a
bologna taco, whatever you want to call it.
Just to show you that the deli gave you a lot of a lot for your money.
Beef curtains.
That's what it do want to see a little coming out of the side of the sandwich to know you didn't get gypped at the deli.
Exactly.
It should look like a Reuben sandwich that you put your fist through.
Well, no. See, too far, Jimmy.
I think that's the name of the album.
See, that's a little too much for me. Now you know the deli's just trying to get rid of meat.
It's going bad.
Right. Yeah, the meat's going bad.
Get rid of it.
Let's get rid of it before the new delivery comes in Tuesday.
Horrible, Jimmy.
All right, Simon.
Scary movie for Friday.
Anything else you want to get off your chest here?
No. I mean, hey.
A load.
That was good. That was good.
But things are good.
Things are good. I can't complain. I'm a B-list party guy. I got a movie coming out. I'm getting kicked out of clubs.
Yeah,
hey,
you're a rock star, bro.
Who doesn't want to be me?
Dude, all you're doing is hanging out with fucking tens, though. Lucy Liu and Paris Hilton. I would fucking love to work with a chick like that.
Yeah, actually, Lucy Liu is real cool, too, man. She's real sweet. Really nice lady, man. Not a bad thing to say about her. Total sweetheart.
Are you hooked up with a girl now, or?
No girlfriend.
No?
Single now, just running around like an asshole. I'd like to meet a nice girl, but in L.A. they're all fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't want to meet a nice girl. What am I saying?
No.
Just out fucking.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the L.A. girls?
They're just, man, they all want to be famous, so they got this crazy, there's something going on. It's different. These New York, I love coming here because the girls they got real jobs and shit. They have some substance.
We talk about this all the time. I don't know how people live in L.A. I love visiting it. I think it's awesome when I go out there, but then it's like, oh my God.
Are you guys from New York?
Yeah.
That's why. Well, if you're from here, you're spoiled because you're used to all the, New York, and then you go out there, it's so slow, and what do you do, but I'm from California.
Everyone is trying to get discovered out there. I mean,
you're right. People have regular jobs out here, They have real jobs out there. Everyone's waiting to be famous.
Oh, man.
Everything's show business.
Everything.
It's like living in D.C. It's all politics. It's like the same shit there, but Hollywood, which is, it's obnoxious, but good weather, a lot of chicks, the beach, the snowboarding, you got it all, man.
But you forget one thing, though. See, for you, you don't need this, but I need this. There are girls there who are desperate, and they will accept cash for certain things that they probably wouldn't in other areas. See, for me, that's a plus.
You mean the whores are better out there than
a lot of girls that aren't whores will behave in a very naughty fashion.
In a whorish fashion.
Oh, you get a little more for your money out there, Jimmy?
No, the hookers are awful, but I mean like regular girls that want something from you. Here they just have their own careers, their own jobs, but out there they're a little bit more.
Well, they're pretty much all hookers out there. They just maybe they don't take cash for it, but they'll take dinner or a job or
a card to somebody that might be able to help them.
They're selling their soul for a lifestyle, which is basically prostitution ultimately to me anyway. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't know. That's all another ballpark.
Man.
But you're like one of those guys, guys like Simon and me. I mean, it's just party boys.
Yeah, B-list party boy.
You know how fucking depressing it is to know that I have to pay for sex? Like, all the girls that would fuck me for money would just give it to him and thank him.
We got hotlines ringing like crazy. What does that mean? Anything to go to? No? Nothing?
Look at them all. They're like, no, don't answer the hotline. Is it Super Agent Bob Eatman? That's the only person I want to hear from today.
Yeah, today's...
Anybody?
Today's D-Day.
That fucking turtle-faced ghoul.
Frenchie.
Frenchie.
Oh,
turtle-faced ghoul.
Yeah. We don't need Frenchie.
Ben,
all right, we should take a break because we've been talking for an hour and a half, just babbling. babbling and babbling. If you want to,
I'm an XM guy too, by the way, guys. I got it in my car. I'm an XM guy. I'm
What do
in
you
your
listen
world.
to?
I'm
Nice.
in your world. Well, there's like about 4 stations. Now that I know about you guys, I'm on it. I'll be honest, I never
202.
knew about this till now. I'm talking about you guys the last couple of days. I'm like, I haven't heard it yet. It's 1 year you guys have been?
About a year.
About a year?
Yeah, that thing's old now.
Year and a half. Right off the beginning of the network, of the station, pretty much?
Well,
it's only been about a year, right?
This channel. No, that's been around for a while.
Really? That long? I guess I've had it a year. I got it in my Audi. I've had it a year. I love it, man. No fucking commercials. It's the best.
What channels do you listen to?
I got I got the I forget what it's called. It's like a classic rock station.
Like Top Tracks.
Top Tracks.
Yeah.
And then there's the modern rock one, like the new
Ethel.
No, there's another one.
Squiz.
Fred. I'm on Fred a lot.
And Lucy.
Yeah.
Lucy, I don't know that.
Check out number. Jesus, channel 84.
Okay.
It's called Chill.
And also I listen to the Laugh USA or the comedy one sometimes. Those are good.
41 is the fucking best, man. The Boneyard. It's all fucking heavy metal.
Oh, yeah?
Rules. Yeah, it makes me very happy.
Yeah.
A lot of Sabbath.
Yeah. Have you heard this band Wolf Mother, guys? They sound like Sabbath. This new band from Australia. You'd love it. If you like Sabbath,
yeah, Rolling
band
Stone.
Wolf Mother.
Actually, Rolling Stone's calling it one of the year's 10 best new bands.
They're incredible.
And Rolling Stone gets everything right, so it's got to be true, you know?
Yeah, they called me an A-list party boy.
Hey.
Right.
Nice. I'd like to hear a little of that band to see.
Yeah, Wolf Mother. Check them out.
And they sound like
they're amazing.
They sound like Sabbath.
Like they really. Yeah. I mean,
and everyone knows it all started with Sabbath. So
yes, we do.
Yeah,
of course it did. Jimmy.
Do you miss being on MTV and all that crap? Talking about music.
That was a fun job. You know, it's funny. They hired me with absolutely no music knowledge of anything or any journalist experience. They pretty much just hire anyone on that, on MTV. But I learned a lot when I was on it about everything. But I couldn't believe they hired me. I'm like, what? I don't know.
Well, you just go for an audition?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Wow.
How many years are you on them?
I was there a year and a half.
Did you get to talk to some biggies?
Yeah, I interviewed a lot of bands and a lot of actors, and it was great, man. I mean, this is when MTV was showing videos too. This is like 96.
Right.
This is the end of it before they were at Times Square and it became the whole TRL craziness.
Yeah.
It was actually like you could catch a video.
Who's the coolest person you talked to?
I remember I got to interview. Jeez, it's so early, guys. I'm sorry, my brain is not working yet.
He's probably picking up chicks.
Well, the Daily Show with Jon Stewart. He was such a great interview, man. He was awesome.
Yeah, he used to do our show.
Yeah, what a great guy.
Before
right?
he blew up, and we get people on there. No offense to you, but in general, because I don't know.
Yeah.
We get people on the way up and people on the way down.
Yeah,
that's us.
That's our stuff.
And then all of a sudden they get huge, and then they forgot that they ever did our show.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
We're rung number 8 on a 16-rung ladder.
Right, exactly.
Pretty much it.
Exactly. Because Stewart used to do our show. We used to have a lot of fun with him, and
now he's hosting the big
now he doesn't
Daily Show.
He doesn't know us.
Yeah.
Because I guess we could cause problems for his career or something. I don't know how that works.
What are you going to do? I wouldn't know us either.
I interviewed Molly Ringwald. That was cool because as a kid I grew up with, Molly Ringwald was like, part of my childhood. I got to interview her. And then she made fun of me. She made a comment about my big nose and broke my heart.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's okay. I could take it in stride. Yeah. Where is she now, huh?
Where is she?
Really?
No, well, I think France or something.
37 candles. Old bitch.
That's 37 candles and no one's watching.
Exactly. Nobody cares about you.
I've actually been doing stand-up, man, in L.A. I've been bombing all over town. It's been amazing. It's something funny about bombing, though. It still works. I don't know.
They don't laugh as hard in L.A. They don't laugh as hard in L.A.
Because they don't know what the
bombing is freeing, man. It's a good thing.
It is.
Killing eventually happens, but bombing is what makes you better.
Hey, after that, I'll bring it on. I've been doing open mics in Hollywood just for fun, getting up there making fun of Hollywood, and some people get it. Then I went to the Ha Ha Cafe.
I love that place, man. Lancashire, yeah.
I did an all Latin night. I was the token white guy. I said about 5 jokes. It was just the worst experience of my life. And this chick finally said, "You suck, Holmes." Where do you go from there?
Wow.
Yeah. After that, it's like, okay, I can take it. I'll take anything.
Was it a Friday night?
I can take the B-list.
Was it a Friday night at that club?
I think it was during the week.
Because I died in the fucking. It was in the Ha Ha Cafe. I was working. I think it was for a Leno set, so I had to be clean. I ate my stupid balls so bad, and a bunch of Spanish people, kind of well dressed, but all alcoholics, just staring at me, and I died like a dog. I haven't died like that in a long time. It was a great club.
Did you say you ate your own balls?
Horribly.
Yeah.
Munched them.
And he filmed it. It'll be on the internet.
Yes. Rolled around like a tire. No, I bombed in that room horribly.
Hey, we have Wolf Mother. I want to listen to this now.
All
Just
right.
a piece.
Let's hear a little.
Let's hear this. This is the band Simon Rex likes right now. I'm not going to play the whole thing, just a little tape.
I
like it, yeah.
Feel? You know, that's their single, but there's a lot better songs on the album.
Simon,
you get it? I mean,
I'll tell you right now, I'm going out and getting Wolf
That's great.
Mother.
Yeah, that's really good.
I'm telling you right
got a little
now.
Ozzy in there, you know, a little Randy Rhoads, old school vibe going.
I hear a little Geddy Lee on vocals,
Yeah.
a little bit,
A little Plant, a little Robert Plant.
Yeah, a little Robert Plant.
And you know who they reminded me of tempo-wise? They reminded me of Kiss, the tempo-wise. Like, that sounded like something that could be off Rock and Roll Over, that song. It was not the music, but the song, the way he sang. It was really good.
Well, for music nowadays, I mean, they're young, too. They're like 21-year-old kids from Australia, man. They're just I mean,
it's time to start rocking again.
Yeah,
I mean, it's time to get those big guitar licks back into music.
Man. I mean, that sounds like it could have been from, you know, the 70s.
The whiny music band thing, god damn it, it's finally over,
all
right?
music, man. I mean,
Is it
hip-hop,
finally
rock,
over?
it's all fucked up. I don't know. But that band's awesome. There's a lot of really good songs. You download those or check out some of their stuff. It's awesome.
Wolf Mother. I will actually grab that today. Yeah. I never buy new CDs, ever. That's good.
It's definitely good. It's really good.
I hate the fact
I'm
that Rolling Stone picked
gonna
them.
piss on the floor. If we don't take a break.
All right. I got to tinkle.
I'm gonna pull my pants down and just not actually.
We'll make a
piss.
phone call first in the hallway.
Well, can I get is there a hallway I can go to?
We were going to say goodbye to him 3 or 4 times, but it's I don't know, something about him. And, you know, we want to thank you for stopping by.
Oh, no, thank you guys, man.
If you want to wait around, it's cool. We just do the hang here. If not, we understand.
Yeah, I actually really got to go take a pee right now. You got a hallway?
Yeah, we got one. There's a couple.
There's a desk back there with a lot of stuff piled on it. You can piss all over that. It will say Ben S. Feel free to wait. He'll never notice.
All right, let's thank Simon Rex for stopping by. Scary Movie 4 this Friday.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
We're all going to check that out over the weekend, all right?
Cool. Awesome.
What? Well, Ben, I'll have to welcome us back.
Yeah. Oh.
It's the Opie and Anthony program. It's almost 10. Ben came in.
It's not almost 10.
You sure do paint a picture with your words.
Yeah, man. They call me the works. I'm a works.
It's almost 7 though in L.A.
Oh, you're right. Jimmy the works.
And it's almost 8. Somewhere.
I don't know. I gotta fuck Chicago and the rest of the. I don't know what time it is in Denver.
I have no idea.
Figure it out, shit dicks. Fucking and an Opa called Ben out on it. We're talking and Ben runs in like there's a fire in the hallway. Dude, you hear what Jeff Ross said in the Pam Anderson roast?
Funny.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. And Opa goes, yeah, I did a year ago.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Well, you gotta remember talk about that's over a year old.
I can remember that for that year that I worked with her, you know, I never saw that. I can't believe she would agree to that, number one.
Well, maybe they probably donated money
They
to
did
PETA.
donate money to PETA,
Well,
but...
known fact, yes, Ben did work with Pam Anderson.
Yes, he did.
For a long
When
time.
the Little Doggy Company thought it would be a great idea to have Pam do a show.
Well, I don't think a lot of people know that, to tell you the truth, that that when me and Opie were out of work, that Ben worked for Sirius.
Yeah.
You actually worked over there. And
I
the
still
only
have my IDs, and they still work.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Oh, that's smart.
Now they won't.
Now they won't.
You know what?
Use that someday.
The best stories Ben ever had was he would every time you would see him, he'd be like, "Dude, they don't pay me. They don't pay me." And I was thinking like he meant they just don't pay him enough money. They literally weren't paying him. There were months that went by. He goes, he was borrowing money from people because they wouldn't cut him a check.
It still happens there all the time. There's there's a guy there that still works there. You guys both know that still he goes like 2 months without getting paid because they have everyone as independent contractors. and they just
Really?
don't pay you. So that was a disaster.
Yeah, you worked over at the little doggy company.
With Pamela. That was fun.
And Pam had a makeup artist.
You were on the fucko list.
Yeah. No, Pam had to get her makeup done. That was part of the deal every week before the radio show.
For a radio show.
$3,500. And then she would have it catered at her house in L.A. when she was
Now, this is a show that was how long?
1 hour, and we played about 10 songs.
1 hour, 10 songs.
And you got to talk and hang out with Pam Anderson, right?
Yeah. All the time. Well, her boob.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, Jim and I were just talking about, like, she was crazy because she would have all the leather couches. When she would come in, we would have to take over an office, and everything leather would have to be taken out. And
because of the PETA thing. Shit.
Her boob popped out one time. She did the show in a bikini.
Nice.
And her boob just popped out. Actually, they're kind of gross. They're just big basketballs.
No, you know what? I was going to say that, and then, I would have been thrown under the bus, but they're really gross.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of her tits either, to be honest. They're too big and too hard.
She looks good clothed.
Yeah.
You know, she's not one of those where a lot of those implants look awful when the girls take their clothes off.
And you said her boob popped out. I thought you meant Tommy came through the door. Get out of here. You'll give me those ribs. Clever.
He's
Call me a pussy again. All right.
Say the P word.
Say it. All right, you're a pussy.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of old audio, I listened to the Buck Cherry Steve Kingston incident last night for the first time in years.
We're off OA
virus. I just popped on there last night.
Nice. Remind me of that. I'm like, you know what, Ben? I don't listen to the old audio. It's like looking at myself with a bad haircut in old pictures. I don't want to hear myself in the old days.
Some of them are hard to listen to. Yeah, others are really fun.
I like this new version of myself where I still have it in me, but I kind of keep it under control for the most part. Ben's like, oh, you got to listen to it. No, I don't.
Dude.
When you listen back,
I also have a picture somewhere of me with a fucking mullet. I don't break that out either.
The venom that was being spewed to Steve Kingston,
and it was well over an hour. And
it was over an hour. Will Pendarvis, I mean, just kill it.
Oh my God, I know. Remember that?
Oh God.
We went after Will, and I don't even remember why. We were just looking to sink our teeth into people's faces back then.
I forget the reason that.
I forgot too.
He turned out to be a good guy.
He turned out to be an all right guy.
Yeah, he turned out to be a really good guy.
Well, Pendarvis, I think we were just making fun of his radio voice, because then you'd see him and he'd be like, hey, what's up, guys? How you doing?
Ope had a great line. He's like, I think Steve Kingston had too much earwax in the day. Listen to his air check.
I said that?
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. Look, I used to be funny.
There's like some OA virus put up like all the old NEW K-Rock wars. There's like a whole section of them.
Nice.
There's the Stone Temple Pilots thing. There's a whole.
Well, there were plenty of them.
Yes,
that's for sure. Jesus Christ, that's funny.
Very cool.
Too much earwax when he listened to his tape. Ben,
let's do a little OCD talk. I love the OCD thing. It has affected my life personally, and I still can laugh about it.
Ha!
I can still laugh and laugh and laugh.
What's up with the OCD? What do we got?
Hoarding.
Hoarding. I've heard about these people. Sometimes it causes their deaths.
As
Why?
It should.
Hoarding.
People that save everything?
Yeah, they save everything. Their apartments amount to junk that has little tunnels through them and chasms in the junk. Some people just collect like one thing, like newspapers for some reason, and they're all stacked up. And there's a famous case, like one of the first hoarding cases back in, I think, the 30s. Can't remember who it was, but the guy was
I'm
crushed.
trying to remember myself, Anthony.
The guy was crushed by his junk, and that kind of brought it to light.
He was crushed by his junk?
By his
Ben?
junk. Ben's part.
That was just Ben trying to roll over in bed.
My junk. Help! Call 911.
Dude, FDNY had to pull my junk off me.
Sir, if you keep joking about this, I'm going to send the police.
My junk is crushing me, dude.
Ben's retard cock. Stupid messy
We don't
hairdo.
now. Be fair. We don't know what it is down there.
We think it's one big ball.
It could be his balls. It could be his cock.
I'll bet you it is. Bet you Ben has testicular elephantitis, and his cock is 3. I bet he's got a 3x1 cock and elephantitis of the testicles. I hope so. I'd like to kick his fucking beanbag chair ball and feel for myself with my bare feet. Good toenail dig right into his dick vein. Straighten him right out.
Just looks like one of those old school bombs.
with the little fuse sticking out of it. A Spy versus Spy Mad Magazine bomb.
That's what I needed to do to make that better. See, I'm learning.
That's in his pants.
Just my fucking little too long fucking toenail to dig right in the underside of that fucking ball vein. Drain it all and straighten him right out. There you go. Comb your hair on the way to the emergency room, shithead.
Garbage Brothers in Harlem. What? Super golfer from Whackbag.
Hey, guys.
Hey, super golfer.
Yeah, there were these two brothers in Harlem. They were the Collyer Brothers.
Collyer Brothers, yes.
Yes, and they had, they were these hoarders, and they had filled their apartment with years' worth of, you can look it up online.
Yeah, what year was this?
It was in the 40s.
Was the 40s?
That they had been hoarding for 30, 40, 50 years before then.
Yeah, and something toppled over and crushed them.
What'd they hoard?
Oh, it was newspapers, bathtubs, half a car. They had towers of stuff, and they had booby traps in there, too.
But why would you hoard papers? When are you going to read them?
People.
When?
Who's got the time?
Every day a paper comes out.
A new one. Every day.
What, are you going to go back to 75? I got to catch up?
It's a psychological problem people have with parting with certain things, so they hoard, and everyone has it to a point, but there are certain things I'm sure everyone has around their house that you go, I should throw this away, but you keep it for some stupid reason.
No,
These people, it's that times a billion, and they just cannot get rid of anything.
I just keep throwing away these days.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I go into my clothes.
Still got your dresser? Or just throw it away?
Well, yeah, I'm not really using it.
You're not using it, though?
No, the clothes
you still stack your clothes on the floor, you lunatic?
No, the clothes are on top of the dresser.
Now, why do you put them in the drawers?
I sometimes do.
Oh, hope he doesn't want to be a big boy.
You don't want to be a grown-up. You don't want to grow up.
Well, it's funny you say that because I'm looking to buy a place in Manhattan, and the basic, apartments and stuff, I'm boring.
You need something special.
Something crazy looking.
Yeah, you want the sliding pond?
Right.
Where can I put the seesaw? This is no good.
You want the loft that Tom Hanks had in Big.
That would be a great place to start.
And the bunk beds.
Some kind of a loft or something.
So, dude, why don't you do that? Why don't you get a nice loft and have it fixed up? I mean, why don't you do something weird?
I looked at this place that Joaquin Phoenix looked at as well, and it was amazing.
Hope it was in the actor's studio.
It was amazing.
How many square feet is this? What? I would like to buy this because I walked the... Yeah, we're sure you do. Do you have the money?
View Central Park. Most of the place had glass from the ceiling above your head, obviously, all the way down to the wall. It was cool. It was like a greenhouse. You live kind of in a greenhouse type of...
Wonderful.
You'd feel like a plant.
Must be nice to air condition in the summer.
It looked cool as hell. It looked like you could live in the future.
Ooh,
but
Mylar suit.
I'm walking around Manhattan with these realtors, and they're showing me these basic apartments. Here's your living room, and it's connected to the dining room.
It ends here.
And it's really, really nice, but to me it's boring.
Yeah.
I want something unique and different.
Mm-hmm. And here's the living room with the toilet right by the fireplace.
Right. Well, nothing like that, but.
And here's the urinal near the stove.
Honestly, just something with a personality, something different.
Yep.
I'm seeing the same
bingo.
Cookie cutter apartment one after another, and it'd be great to live in, sure, and live like a real human being, but it's also very boring.
I put some. Actually had I was on Pal Talk the other day at home, and I spun the camera around, and my living room was on Pal Talk, and some people took screenshots, and I have a tile floor in the great room,
right?
And someone decided to darken certain tiles to make it look like I have a giant swastika in the middle of my.
Jesus, that's really funny. Is that on Photoshop?
Yeah, Photoshop on Whackbag. Really, really good job. And then somebody else had Voss come in and steal my stuff.
Man.
They do a great job with the Photoshop on
Cigars and Scotch does all those ones that he did me and my Sabbath photo, but he actually had us all moving in together for the photo.
And he had you all annoyed that people were running off. Did a really good job of it.
Oh, that is brilliant. I did see that.
Yeah, it was very funny.
That is really,
that takes time to isolate, and you got to rotoscope each person out of the picture, put them in the back, clone the background so that they could walk by where they used to be. So it takes a lot of work.
That guy fucking knows a lot about computers.
Yes, he does.
Holy crap, this hoarding thing, man.
A lot of people do this.
Yeah, they got the phones ringing. Chris in Jersey.
Yeah, hey, how you doing, guys?
Hey, Chris.
I got more information on those brothers, how strange the story gets.
Mm-hmm. All right, go.
Yes, because right now you're...
The one guy was blind, the one brother was blind, and his brother saved newspapers for the day that he would get his sight back. But it was 30 years, the guy wasn't getting his sight back at all. And then he was crippled, the blind guy, and the other one was bringing him soup, and the newspapers fell on him and killed him. So the one guy starved.
Wait, so the newspapers toppled over or whatever and trapped him and
toppled over, killed the one brother, and the other one, because he was crippled and in bed, and the guy was bringing him soup, and no one, went to visit or anything. The other guy died.
That's the real story about that, huh?
That's the honest to God story.
That's exactly what should have happened to them.
Oh,
hoarding
how great is that?
All right, let me go to Mike in Missouri. Mike?
Yeah.
Hey, Mike.
What's up?
What's up? What do you want to do?
Hey, Jimmy, I saw you in Philly, buddy. Hey, I had a question here. I want to know if I could jack off to a picture of your ass. Punching out.
Punching out?
Oh, I thought he was on Pal Talk. And
he was going to spank it to Jimmy's ass?
I thought he was on Pal Talk. We'll get the job done now for him.
I don't mind.
All right, let's go to Chris in New York. Chris, what's up?
Hey, good morning, boys.
Hey, Chris.
Used to be a paramedic, and we got a call one time, and the police officers were standing outside of the house, and they said, she's in there, and we can't even get past the door. And we ended up calling the fire department to bring us those air masks so we could go in and retrieve the lady. Literally from the floor almost to the ceiling was garbage everywhere, newspapers, magazines, stuff that she had collected, cats all over the place.
Crazy
it was
cat
so
lady.
bad I ended up throwing away my uniform because it was so permeated with the smell of everything in there. There was just little aisleways to walk around through the house.
Were there any bugs?
Oh, there were fleas from all the cats. It was the whole.
I would love to
place
see
was
pictures
just
of this.
Infested. It was disgusting.
Was she? What happened to her? Why was she sick?
I don't remember what the exact cause of death was, why she was
dead,
sick.
okay.
She was an older lady and just finally passed away. Oh, and by the way, this was in the middle of July, so it was like, 90 degrees, and she had been in there for a few days, and...
That's wonderful.
Everything she saved was just hauled out by guys with gloves and thrown away unceremoniously.
Right.
There's your life in the dumpster, you old bag.
Her whole life.
You thought this was all important. Look
Very
at that
important.
dumpster over there.
Yeah, and this goes on all the time. We used to see this constantly going into these, especially the older people. They just get to the point where they hoard everything, and you would be amazed at how many houses you go into and see this stuff strewn everywhere, and they're saving every little thing, little piece of a cloth that they want to save because it was something that meant something to them.
Here's the thing: what you should do when you hit a certain age. The government should come in with chains and hook up your feet and just drag you out to a place. like they tow a car. Every day you should see a tow truck driving by with 11 old people dragging by the feet, and they take you to a fucking yard somewhere and they just leave you there. That's called funny idea that petered out. What, sir?
Jimmy?
You could ask me. I'm here. Yes. Of course.
I know, but
it was Jimmy, and Jimmy knows he's going to do it. It's like...
It doesn't really
no,
work.
That's why I didn't say what.
My coupons, Oprah did a special. Oprah did a special on this.
Yes, apparently her stomach hoards food.
Danny, Oprah does a special on everything. Danny.
Hi.
Hi.
It's Debbie. I'm a girl.
Oh, hi, Deb.
Debbie.
Hi.
They have Danny written, and then it says in parentheses, girl. If it was Debbie, you wouldn't have had to write that. We'd have understood Debbie's a girl.
Exactly.
Good job.
I've heard of girls named Danny, though.
Danni.
That's right.
With a heart over the I instead of a dot. I like when girls use the heart instead of the top of the I dot. It's cute.
It is cute. It is cute. Well, I'm like one of your few chick listeners, I think, that watches Oprah religiously and listens to you guys, because I remember when she was coming on XM, you said that none of your listeners listen to her, but she had a whole thing about people who hoard animals and all their crap, and they can't bring themselves to throw away the animals' crap. And they
can't throw out the animal shit?
No, they can't throw away the animal crap. It was all over their house, in their bed, in their sinks, everywhere.
Why? Well, what's the purpose of that? What are you going to do, sell it?
Like shit?
Do you guys think
they just can't do it. They have this disease where they can't part with things.
Do you guys think there's just one person in this world that's completely perfect, has no weird thing that happens to them or that they do?
No. I don't think so.
No.
Maybe.
Like one person that is just, I'm fucking perfect and I have to live on this fucking world.
Derek.
Well, okay.
No,
Besides Derek.
there's something going on in that head of his.
That's true. He smokes a lot.
Yeah.
No, we saw the drunken video.
To North Carolina,
Yeah.
and you make me feel a lot better listening to you because I used to
And we don't care.
Drunken
That's
video
right.
of his yam bag on Pal Talk.
That, you know what? You're right. And
Yeah.
Derek actually rents taps and jerks off to Tom Cruise. 'Cause he likes him in the uniform.
Beautiful, man.
Ooh. Lieutenant Sean. Ooh.
Yeah, we got to get this done. Neil in the Bronx. Neil.
Yeah, how you doing, guys?
Hit it.
Just wanted to let you know we're all up here blasting O&A. We're at the Bleacher Creatures and the opening day for the New York Yankees, man.
Yeah, there you go. Opening day. Beautiful day for baseball here in the Bronx.
The Bleacher Creatures have always supported this fine radio program.
Yep.
So.
Definitely, no doubt.
All right, man.
Hopefully, Bernie goes boom.
John Sterling needs to go, man.
A-bomb from A-Rod. Yeah.
He's tired. Punch it out, guys. Thank you.
Jason Giambino.
Here's some.
It is far, it is high, it is far, it is good. Right.
All right, let's shut up. Let's get into the hoarding.
Hoarding.
This is Linda, and she has a problem. She's a hoarder.
First of all, she was a hoarder.
Everybody thinks, oh, it's just a pile of old news, but to me it's a treasure.
Linda McIntosh is drowning in treasures, piled to the ceilings of her Connecticut home, allowing only a narrow path to get from room to jam-packed room.
I keep paper bags, boxes, clothing I haven't put away, yogurt containers, a lot of office supplies.
Linda is one of at least 2 million people in this country with a condition known as compulsive hoarding, a powerful urge to acquire, a paralyzing inability to discard.
When I go to throw something out, I get nauseous, a headache, I break out in a sweat.
She's a former lab technician whose condition has cost her jobs.
Good.
She first felt it when she was just 7.
Someone had thrown out a notebook and I thought, oh my God, I can use that.
Just throw it away. Or light a match and be done with it.
Exactly. Yeah, this is what you do. When you find out someone's a hoarder, you give them a fucking gas can party. Right through the house, all those papers, a match, either run out or die with your hoarded shit, you fucking waste of space.
And do we have to name everything?
Exactly. There is a term for it. It's called asshole. You're an asshole.
Jimmy, your bit on OCD, I don't want to do it because, I don't do it well. But your bit on OCD about how, it used to be called just, what was it, don't do that or something?
Stop doing that, you look like an asshole, kind of like the line I just did.
No. It was a little different. Give me your CD.
A little different.
Because I'm going to
play. There was a word less.
Because it really is brilliant. It makes the point.
Now we have to. It's off the other one.
It's off the other one.
Yeah, I'll get
because we have to name every stupid freaking disease now.
Here's the thing.
And there used to be a big category for most of this stuff. Just stop.
This lady is just a fucking idiot. And it's like she's talking about it, and there's treasures. There's not treasures.
There's treasures.
Oh.
No.
Don't worry about my CD Hawk. It's fine. I get embarrassed listening to myself.
It's a great bit, though. All right,
Thank
that's fine.
I get shy.
You sort of said it anyway.
I'm shy, Opie.
God, I had no idea this was going on. Like, the phones are lit.
A lot of people have had experience with the hoarders. A lot of the cops and EMS.
Ah!
Oh, Jesus. Oh, poor guy.
Never mind. No, never mind. Don't even go there.
Nope. On CNN.
Let's go to Jeremy in Jersey.
Boys.
Hi.
Listen, my friend, let's just call him Timmy. His mom is, I'd say she's schizophrenic, and she's got about 35 cats, and the ones that have died, she's kept in her freezer.
What is it about cats that make people like crazy cat people?
Well, she's a crazy cat lady.
Handy, small animal. Yeah, but everybody has known a crazy cat lady. I think everybody has had, through their life, somewhere at some point, has known where the crazy cat lady lived.
Yeah.
Well, she's the one in my town.
There was someone in our neighborhood that their whole backyard was just cats. I mean, if I had to guess, close to 100 cats, no problem. Oh. All mating and making more.
They just make more. It becomes insane.
But you could pet the kittens.
All right, let's go to John. Hey, John.
Please.
What's up, boys? Well, first of all, I'm a medic in the city, so I've done this a lot before. It's very common, unfortunately. But back in 1990, my grandfather passed away. Now, in 1960, my grandmother passed away. He
9 kids, put them all up into foster care because he couldn't deal with them anymore, and hadn't thrown anything out since 1960, including all the contents of a refrigerator in the basement. We took the big dumpsters, at construction sites, I guess, or the 60-yard dumpsters, whatever like that, 6 of them to empty out the house.
Well, what was in the refrigerators from the 60s?
You know what? We opened up. The smell made us almost pass out. We wound up closing it back up, taping it up, and just throwing it into the dumpster.
Was the food bad?
You think? It was whatever was in there. He had cans of fruit and vegetable in his cabinets. He also was a printer. So he'd come home, and he worked at a newspaper printing place. He'd come home, and the problem was we couldn't just toss everything out because he was the type of guy who would take his money for the day. He started off with $20. Whatever he spent, he'd write on this little envelope and keep putting the money in. So at the end of the day, he'd say, okay, I have $3.22. He'd put that envelope on a table, but then put a stack of papers on top of it. He'd do that every day. We wound up taking out, I think we found $10,000 in cash in the house just in these envelopes. He had a stamp collection that, had it been in good condition, would have been worth anywhere from $300,000 to $400,000. I think we got $10,000 for it.
Wow.
All mom's toys from when she was a kid, just still in the room. I mean, he completely lost. I mean, he was an asshole beyond that, but I mean,
Who, your dad?
Completely. What's up?
Is this your grandfather or your father?
My grandfather.
Oh,
My
okay.
grandfather. I mean, he was just, he totally lost his mind. He had, like I said, and there was just wall-to-wall stacks of newspapers and printing supplies and just crap all over the place.
I'll bet you there's a fucking, like a Ty Cobb rookie card or a Honus Wagner rookie card, one of these hoarding idiots' homes that someone will throw out without knowing it.
Right.
Like I said, this stamp collection, $300,000 to $400,000, and he had nothing for it, basically because he didn't take care of anything.
All right. Thanks
Thanks.
you, sir.
Later, boys.
The stories are like crazy now.
See, my dad will save shit a little bit, but my mother would throw out her own wedding photos. She just doesn't get attached to shit.
Doesn't care.
Yeah, so it balances.
Let's say hi to Ryan in
You
Connecticut.
have to be, though, especially when you move.
Hello.
Just get rid of it.
Yeah.
It's garbage.
I'm a saver.
Ryan?
Yes.
Hey.
What's going on?
Hey, man.
We love you.
Hey, I've got this issue where I save every post-it note that I write on, and I've got them going back to like 1990. I've got boxes of them. I can't throw them out.
Why?
Why not?
What do they mean to you?
Like as I go throughout my daily routine, anything that comes up at any thought, like if I see a girl on the street that I think's hot, I write her down and I write down the characteristics that I think are hot.
Holy shit, this guy's crazy.
Or if I see a new car that I like, I write that down.
Here's the post that you should write. Write, I'm an ass, and put it on the refrigerator. Either that or write a book with all your Post-it notes in it. Do something with it. That's interesting.
So you do that and then save them.
Well, see, I actually, a girlfriend of mine one time wanted me to get rid of them. I mean, they take up an entire clothes closet. I've got them just stacked and in boxes, and I feel I've actually tried to throw them out.
Get
and
rid
it
of
makes
them.
me nauseated at the thought of it. Those are like, everything I write down is usually like a happy thought.
Sir, your thoughts aren't that interesting. Like, there's nothing unique about the... Just let it go. You got your fucking head. They all come from your head. That's the beauty of it. It's like a big computer with all your dumb thoughts in it. You're never going to need them. You'll never go, oh my God, why did I do that? All you'll do is put more shit in the closet and go, oh, this is cool. I got room now.
Are they filed by years or anything?
The boxes, like the actual boxes that the stacks of them are in, they have, they have like rough dates on them.
I could almost see it if the guy can go, what was I thinking? July 12th, 1990.
That's called a diary. How about keeping a fucking diary?
Right.
Get a notebook.
Because I don't have the time or patience to sit there and write all this out. I literally have it in my truck.
How many Post-its do you write a day?
I go through almost a pack a day.
You're a psychopath.
There isn't that much shit going on in the world.
No.
To go inhale, exhale.
I was on medication for this at one point. But I mean, like every thought.
And you found out? And you found a woman that understands?
I've actually lost a couple of relationships due to this fact.
Then get rid of the shit and cut it out already.
Like even like now,
Dr. Jimmy.
When I hang up the phone, I'm gonna have to like break out a pen and write down O&A show.
Hold on, give me a pen, Hawk, because I God damn it, now I got to do the same thing.
I don't want to be in this guy's stack of...
Give me your...
Dude, do you understand, in years to come, in the middle of his stack, is going to be this?
Right.
I almost feel honored now.
Well, how long you been doing this?
Since about 1990, I really started to come into. I did it one day to remind myself, and reminding myself just turned into. I write down almost every thought that comes into my head.
I can't stop doing it either.
Let me see, Jimmy. Let me see which one you just wrote down.
I just posted it. I'm going to wind up doing the same thing.
Well, I know it's addicting, isn't it?
Jimmy wrote, "Talked to jerk off."
well,
save that one.
It does get in the way.
Start today.
Just get rid of them. Just fucking cut the malarkey and throw them out.
Hey, you don't handle these people with language like that.
And if you decide to kill yourself, could you please make sure you have a few more Post-its after the one that says you talked to us?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I'll look forward to putting that one in the bin.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, anyway, I just want to let you guys know that, and also love the show. You're doing a great job.
Thank you. Get a hold of yourself.
I'll try.
Please.
What's his name? Can we call him Ryan the Post-it guy?
Ryan the Post-it guy.
So you have the name?
No, just...
oh, shut up.
All right.
Write down I told you to shut up.
That's right.
Okay.
And then write down that I told you to write that.
Write it all down.
And now write that down.
Right.
You have a busy fucking day in front of you.
Write down what we said. Just in case the replays get lost, you'll have what we said. Write down everything we said.
Now write that down.
Write it down.
Write down
the fact that we told you to do that.
Write it down.
Write down every number you know.
That's right. Backwards.
Thank you.
Starting with square root of 400. I don't know what that means.
All right.
And could someone get me stock in Post-it?
No kidding.
That's right.
Keith the cop.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen.
Hey,
Keith, how are you?
Yeah, we used to have one of these guys.
Well, we got us a fucking comedian.
Oh.
Yeah, Keith.
I can't wait for Opie to get a house so I can give him a housewarming present also.
Housewarming gift. Asshole. Yeah, I cannot wait to see who saw that on my lawn before I removed it.
I'm sure all the neighbors had the same thoughts, like, wow, I got to get one of those too.
Yeah, sure they did.
Yeah.
But we used to have a guy lived in a brownstone, and he was almost like a midget. I guess he was kind of like a dwarf. And he had the papers piled so high, and the family used to show up every once in a while because they were trying to get him out because they wanted to get into the brownstone. They were trying to get this guy, like, committed. But he had, like, tunnels and stuff like that. So on occasion, when we would go there and we'd have to take him out of the place, he'd, like, scurry through the tunnels.
Oh, my God. It was like Vietnam. You're a tunnel rat trying to chase the VC through the tunnels.
Yeah, it was kind of similar to that. And, like, one time, I saw him, like, he went to go shoot into a tunnel, so I, like, kind of dove, and I grabbed him by the leg, and it was, like, one of those, like, dog-kicking kind of leg things, you know?
He's pulling a midget out of a tunnel.
And, but you know what? The strangest thing is, like, the doctors just kept letting him back out. And they would send
what
him
are they
back to the apartment.
Commit him?
Was he hurting anybody or just being an ass?
No, he just had tons of shit there, and the family wanted, the brownstone was probably worth, $2 million, and it was just 2 full stories full of all this shit with tunnels throughout all the rooms, and they couldn't get him out. The doctors would just send him back, and he would just go back to living there.
Yeah, there's so many people that are kooky that they couldn't possibly lock them all up. So you get your kooky people like this guy, and they hoard things, and what are you going to do?
Was he messy or was it neat?
No, it was a total mess. I mean, but most of it, I would say 90% of it was newspapers.
Ugh,
and it was just
people in newspapers?
Piled and piled and piled until he made all these tunnels throughout these rooms and everything, and you could barely get through it.
That sounds cool if you're 8.
Yeah.
Doesn't it sound like fun? You make little tunnels out of newspapers.
We used to make forts in my parents' living room and stuff. That was fun.
Yeah, but as a kid, though, you'd have the ambition until you stack up like 2 stacks, and then you'd get bored.
There you go.
And these guys actually have some gumption.
Well, maybe because his body never changed from when he was 8.
Yeah, it was probably 30 or 40 years worth of newspapers.
All right, Keith.
All right.
Bye,
Thank
sweetie.
You.
Later, yeah.
Let's get back to Linda. Hoarding has ruined relationships. Linda cries.
Can you tell me a little bit more about the impact of hoarding on your social life?
I recently was involved in a very serious relationship. We were engaged. And it was broken off partly because of the hoarding.
That's terrific. That's terrific.
Act like wherever you are, that's the place to be.
Hey.
Aren't these tunnels great?
Tunnels great? I got to break it off with you. Oh, Debbie.
I guess she brought him home. He was like, what the hell?
I'll be behind the papers in Sector 3. All right, you fucking wacko. Here, take one more load and I'm leaving.
She's all busted up about it.
Linda has gotten one element of her hoarding under control. She no longer goes dumpster diving.
Just driving down the street on trash day, it's like going past 1 million bars for an alcoholic.
Something's going on here.
Oh, definitely.
A trip with Dr. Tolan shows she still fights powerful urges.
This is a definite keeper. This is killing me. Oh, my God.
Right. You're reminding yourself that this is not a person.
Right.
That this is not, you're not rescuing somebody.
Right.
That it is a thing.
But when they go to her home, Dr. Tolan finds it is much harder for Linda to let go of the things she already has.
Holy cow, so we got mouse turds in here. Tell me what it is that you're thinking about this box.
It's irreplaceable.
It's irreplaceable.
They don't make them that strong.
A box?
Holy shit. One between her legs.
Everybody wants attention.
Here's how you handle that.
Everybody wants attention.
It's wrong the way the doctor's doing it, telling her what she's doing. When she goes, I would like to have that, you go, oh, would you? How do you feel about that on your cheek?
That fat face.
Exactly. Is she fat?
I assume she is. Can someone tell me, is she fat? Did someone see it when they pulled the clips? Because I'm assuming she's fat.
I don't need to see it. She's fat.
She's fat. She's probably hoarding. Danny, you saw it?
Yeah, she wasn't like deathly obese, but she was definitely
fat.
She was a big,
Here's how you know that.
bigger old lady.
We're going to role play. You're going to be the girl, and I'm going to be doctor.
Oh, okay.
Now I want you to say they don't make them like that anymore.
They don't make them like that anymore.
Yes, they do.
She's learning. Yes.
I want to have it spick and span.
Hey,
I want to have it clean and empty. I want to have it ready to have someone else be able to move in with me. Someone that I love.
This is a stupid problem for people to have.
I would have dated her and then just went over to her house one day while she was shopping and thrown half her shit out.
Oh, how great
and
would
then
that
dumped
be?
her. Go ahead, stupid. Have fun at home tonight. Looking at all that space.
Just screaming at her missing things.
I can't replace it. And I would just remind her, remember how that was irreplaceable. Where'd it go?
Take a picture of you burning that box.
And laughing. Like I'd have one hand above my head waving to the Lord and the other hand pointing and laughing.
Hey, let's go to Adam in California. Adam.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Hey, I've been living with my parent. My mom's been like this for a long time, right? And it gets worse as they get older. And my dad and I went in there before and cleaned out the whole house before, and she came out unglued, dude. She flipped. She knew where everything was at. Everything. and now that all the kids are gone out of the house, she has dogs in there, and she just lets some shit everywhere. Like, no question, just doesn't even pick it up. We cleaned out her pantry one time and found salad dressing in there that was from 8 or 10 years old. Disgusting.
Do you have a salad?
I'm gonna eat that. She'd leave chicken out.
Wait, she really just lets the dog shit
outside for a day and a half and then want to cook it for dinner.
And she lets the dog just shit
everywhere, dude.
Doesn't the smell get to her? Do you ask her this stuff?
Well, eventually my dad will come by and try to clean it up a little bit, but the smell is in there. There's nothing you can do about it now.
Oh, of course. When did your dad leave your mom?
Well, he came to live with us for about 6 months, and then had to go back because he felt bad for her. So he ended up going back to her.
I'll tell you what he left her. The minute he came home and saw Wednesday through Wednesday newspapers, he was like, I'm fucking done with this.
Gone. Goodbye. Did you do anything? An intervention?
There's nothing you can do. Nothing. Because like another guy said earlier, is they'll treat them for just a little while, especially in California, because there's really no place that you can send them to. They'll treat them for 2 days and then let them go.
Hey, they're not hurting anybody. I mean, as far as in society, they're not a burden on society. They're just shitheads. No offense.
They're not. Unless you go by
your mom's house. A shithead.
Yeah, no offense to your mom, dude. I mean, she's fine, but.
The fire department came by and told them they had to clean up the house.
Of course.
Because it's starting to look real bad. All the neighbors are complaining.
Right.
I mean, it does affect other people, but...
Yeah, well, you know what I'm saying. They're not criminals. It's like...
No, they're not.
They're just
not yet.
All right, Adam.
Hey, guys, see you.
Thanks for that wonderful story. Joe has a similar story from Jersey. Joe?
Yeah, hi. I've had an uncle. He passed away, and he had a little bit of money. I mean, not like Opie money, but I mean, he had money.
Come on, he does.
What's that? So anyway, he anyway, he would fill up.
Let my friends finish laughing, sir.
He would fill up one trailer. Yeah, he was a trailer park guy, full of crap, and then move and buy another trailer and then fill that full of shit. And like when we went to clean it out after he passed away, you'd have all these coolers full of like rancid meat, and his car had fucking lunch meat that was dated 6 months before he passed away, just like sitting underneath of it. I mean, the whole place was just a total pigsty.
I don't get this.
Do you know what I wish I could save? I wish I could save hugs so I could open them on a sad day.
Aw, hoarding hugs.
I want to hoard. I want to have a bottle of hugs that I can open when I'm sad.
All right, Joe.
Thank you.
What a great thought.
It is. But no, I want a bottle of hugs.
What is this?
I want a whole closet full of kisses.
That's a site I... Ooh.
Is there a hoarding site?
Yeah, well, this is some mother, I forget where, but she apparently just buys like ridiculous shit off eBay, never even bothers to open the boxes half the time, and just keeps all the shit in her house.
Right. Yeah, there's boxes all over the place. That's boring. I want to see like a shit hoarder.
See, I think...
At least I throw it out when I'm done with it. Spit it out.
I want to see a shit hoarder.
I think any family member that tolerates this is just as guilty. Why not throw everything out? Take a day where you're taking a mom out, you're taking her out to the movies, and have the rest of the family come over. One trip in the truck, throw everything out. Then when she comes home and loses her fucking mind, that's where the confrontation comes. You go, you know why we did this, don't you?
Videotape her and just laugh.
And laugh and laugh.
Hey, let me say for the record, my parents listen to this program. And I love you both. If you start hoarding things, I will hire a Negro to smother you.
Jesus.
With your hoarded crap.
That's right.
Imagine being killed with something you saved so long because you thought it was so special, and there's the last thing you see is it pressed against your face.
A sturdy box full of mouse duty.
Crushing that a hoarder's apartment or shit? Oh my God, it's just bags and boxes of shit.
Expired cereal.
Well, you need that.
We obviously all have it in us to like save stuff, but
we save stuff.
But then whatever that part of the brain is that tells you, well, I need to save stuff, just obviously.
Dude, I've
goes out of control.
I've moved, and I have boxes of stuff in my basement that I moved from the last place, and they stayed in the boxes. So it's been through 2 moves, haven't removed them from a box. Why don't I just throw them away?
Once in a while, look, I save too. There's a difference between like, I save a little too much. Like I recently threw out my concert T-shirts because they were all smalls.
How old are you? Oh, my God, dude, throw them out there. You should have thrown those away.
They're selling in L.A. for $200 a pop.
Yeah. What is it called?
Dickheadshophere.com.
There's
.com joke again.
One really...
1998.
You know what?
No, I suck.
I
know what you mean.
I used to be more of a saver, but lately, like, I'm trying to get rid of a lot of my clothes.
Yeah.
And just like you said with the boxes, I've gone into my closet and my dresser and the clothes on top and all that, and I'm like... I start saying, I like that shirt. But then I go, but when was the last time you fucking wore it?
Yep. Yeah.
And is helping me right now. I'm like, exactly. And I throw it away. Then I'm done with it. I'm like, if you haven't worn this fucking shirt in whatever years, why are you saving it? You're obviously not wearing it anymore.
Give it to poor people. I have a bit.
Well, actually, no, I don't. I throw it out to the front of my brownstone, and then people just...
The homeless grab it.
I really got to start videotaping that. It's amazing.
It's like Opie's feeding the pigeons.
It's an amazing thing, though. Whatever I throw on the sidewalk in front of my in front of the place I'm renting, it goes within sometimes seconds.
And those are interns.
And stuff that I would throw out there and go, no way is anyone going to grab this.
Travis wearing Opie's pants today?
Yep.
You're wearing the Opie pants?
Can we see the Opie pants, Travis?
I'll bring in some other clothes.
I have actually not given Travis clothing just because I don't want to. My girlfriend has said, you're throwing that out. It's clothes. Why don't you give it to Travis? I go, no. Because I don't want to look at Travis wearing my clothes.
Wait, turn around. I don't remember.
They look better on
You'll
Oaks in the
turn
back.
around. What the fuck is turn around, dude? That's what your chick tells you. I swear to you. When you put new pants on in the department store, your chick goes turn around.
Because I'm trying to figure out if those are the jeans I gave you. I don't remember those.
Let me feel the ass because
Yeah. Come here. I need to touch your ball sack.
It was an excuse to see his ass.
Turn around. Bright eyes.
I don't buy Calvin Klein.
No.
Turn around.
Know what I think it is? How much you weigh?
Like 115?
Yeah, because I'm
150.
No, 126.
No, stop. You weigh 115.
No, 126.
Ew.
Stop it.
126.
Oh, no, that's what's going on here.
Because they're like 30s.
They're baggy jeans on him. That's why I'm like, I don't remember giving you baggy jeans, but they're baggy on him because he's so
You're a
small.
fucking Olsen twin.
How tall are you?
5'7", 5'8".
Jesus Christ, you're svelte.
So tiny.
Certainly am.
We're going to war with all these guys. Jesus.
The little guy. Look at him.
See you later.
Could you do a spin before you leave?
All right.
Hey, I'll be Mark Perreno. I'll drop something. Pick it up.
I honestly don't remember
That was the
those
Rosie
jeans
cruise.
whatsoever. All right. Why don't we take a break? We got Twitchels here for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh, how embarrassing is he in the bathroom? Never realized that.
Yeah, I'll stand next to him at the urinal and start yelling jump, which I've done before.
He pisses on himself.
How can he not?
All I know is there was somebody, I guess from the floor, but not from our little station here, works at a bank or so. I don't know what else they do on this floor, but they're in there. They're wearing suits and ties and stuff. He goes into the stall, and so he can't see what's going on, and all you hear is, it sounds like there's man-fucking going on in the bathroom whenever Twitchels is in there. And it takes him forever to do anything. Zip up. Jumping around with his schlong hanging out. Wash his hands. What's going on out there?
No.
Heard more moaning going on outside.
That might be Twitchels. All right, we'll get Twitchels in here next. We'll take more hoarding phone calls, I guess.
And let's
Michael Rappaport is calling in today. What?
I was going to say something about Cheerios, and I realized that there wasn't any funny thoughts, so I just bailed on it.
You can't have you can't have these.
I like Cheerios.
I'm hoarding my Cheerios.
Opie, do you know what I'd like to hoard?
I don't even want to know.
I'd like to hoard tender sentiments, so I could open them when I feel blue. I'd like to open a box of tender sentiments.
Post-it guy was terrific. You got to admit.
Post-it guy, yeah.
All day long, just writing.
I hope he's
writing.
Keep jotting down, stupid.
What a complete ass.
Give you fucking jotting zilch. Please just jot down loading done. That should be the last post-it people read. Clicking hammer.
Putting toe in trigger.
No.
What? Oh, yeah.
He looks like me.
Oh, he doesn't?
He does.
He has a chin.
Ouch.
Oh, that hurt.
I'm going to write a post-it. Was hurt by Opie today. See, right now, I would open up my little jar of sentiments.
We got to get Post-it guy to go into a loop with his Post-its. That's what I'm thinking.
That's to drive him insane.
But how do we get him to go into a loop?
I don't know. Like, if right now he's writing a Post-it that they're still talking about him.
Yeah.
Right.
This is called replay. He'll have to listen to every replay to hear himself.
We might have done it. Yeah, we might have put him into some endless loop of posting Post-its.
Maybe tell him to copy the Post-it that came before the Post-it he's writing now.
You should do that.
Oh, put him in a paradox loop.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Every thought you have, make it a paradox or it'll all work out. You'll feel
For
perfect.
every Post-it you write,
that's what I'm getting at.
You have to address with a new Post-it that you wrote a Post-it.
And what it was about.
Right.
But quickly.
Very quickly.
So you may do the next one.
Yeah.
That's a good loop.
That's what you have to do.
All right.
Trekking through the Himalayas is quite exhausting, but the views are breathtaking. So tired, so famished. Great Scott, my Sherpa has collapsed. Ramon, fillet this Chinaman.
Come on, Twitchels.
Twitchels.
Come on in here, Twitchels. This old gag. We're back with the Opie Anthony program. In studio, Twitchels. Hi, Twitchels.
Yo.
You're doing the Short Bus Comedy Tour.
Yeah, man, I'm really excited about it. First time in New York City on Thursday at the Laugh Factory, 9 o'clock.
Wow.
You're having a real tough time today.
I just got back from the Tourette Syndrome conference in Virginia, and being around so many of me, everyone twitching and grunting, it's kind of like...
You picked up some new ones, though. What's with the smacking yourself in the face?
I had that when I was like 15, and then around that age.
Feels right, doesn't it?
And then it kind of came down.
Yeah, just do it. It feels
I
good.
know, it feels wonderful.
But
I'm
him worse.
I'm
I
really
know it.
trying to...
This is why
I'm trying to hold that.
There are a bunch of new ones he's got.
Well, I mean, they're new now.
That's why if I had your...
But they came back.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. I want to get into this for a second. If I had Tourette's, the last place I would go is to a conference.
Yeah.
Because then you can see all the ones that you weren't
you're not doing.
Well, they flew me down there to perform stand-up, my whole Tourette routine at the conference. It was for the kids, so...
For the kids.
For the kids.
Slap your face.
Thank you.
Oh,
So,
slap it harder.
So I'm going to...
slap your face.
This is the first time I get to sit. I'm sitting on my hands now.
Jump.
Hope that'll work.
No, it's not going to work. Because it feels good just to...
Yeah, it feels great.
Why do you have to slap yourself?
It's empty. Look, now it's full.
You have an urge?
Empty, full.
That's right. It feels so much better.
Smack
Empty.
yourself?
Nothing's right. It's all okay.
See? There you
For
go.
that, second.
Harder. I smack face harder, yeah. No, it's jump.
Jump and slap.
It came back.
Jump and slap.
Slap,
Jump, slap, slap, jump, slap, slap, jump, 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 slap.
Slap shot. Do you have a good slap shot? Or
Checking his mic, like Jimmy.
Good jump shot.
Oh, God.
Yeah, please don't scream in the mic.
Wow.
You can't submit tick ideas.
What? You said there's a lot of new ones, Anthony. I only noticed the slap.
I'm noticing the... He didn't do that.
I've had that. I've had that that never really went away. I've always had that.
You're doing a lot more...
Because we're talking about it now.
But no, you would mostly go like "ee" or "bring" or but the
But dude, do people notice this?
Yes, all the time.
All right, so what's up with the Tourette's conference?
So I went to the TSA's national conference in Virginia, and as soon as I got in there, everyone's twitching and grunting, and it's just going nuts. It was the first time I've been around, so many other people with Tourette's, and it's like when you think about touching your face for a while, eventually you have the urge to just do it. If you think about itching, and that's the same thing being around the other people with Tourette's. It kind of like
maybe they
set
should
me
just
off.
be apart from it. It's like girls get together and their periods sync up.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys shouldn't you should just like stay apart from each other.
Well, my roommate, they even put me, they were trying to save their budget, so I had a roommate in my hotel room, and he was a drummer with Tourette's. And same thing with me in acting and comedy. When I do that, my Tourette's don't act up. You wouldn't even tell he had it when he was, drumming.
Yeah.
But he had a lot of tics, like with his shoulders.
He was rowing a boat. That's pretty much what you were just doing. That's handy. You could get him to just row a boat.
Yeah, exactly.
What kind of events they have at the conference?
They had like Q&As. They had an opening.
Rip-offs.
They had an opening night, dance.
They should take a book out of Rosie's, a page out of Rosie's book and have a cruise.
Tourette cruise.
Oh, Tourette cruise. The cruise left with 1,000 passengers, came back with 478.
Jump, splash. All slapping themselves by the buffet. What's the matter with you people?
Oh, by the way.
Have some crab cakes.
By the way, the
other ship's steering away from them because they think it's a foghorn.
They all wind up with their life jackets. What's the matter? No, nothing.
Bring full speed ahead.
Actually, the ringtones are almost complete now. They're going to be available very soon, so I'm excited about that, too.
Yeah.
A lot's been going on, and when I get stressed and nervous and my nerves act up, that has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, you better hit your face so everything's okay.
Ow.
That's right. It does feel right to slap your face.
Yeah, it does, right?
Ow!
Why are you hitting harder now?
No, harder.
Because
It's
you're
right.
making me think
it's
about
right.
it so
Hit harder.
much.
Slap your face. It doesn't feel right when it's not slapped, and it just feels right.
It feels a lot less pain.
That sound is just perfect. It's a perfect sound.
Yeah, well,
it feels right.
There you go.
Okay.
No, it's okay. Good hard slap. Good crispy right hand. The way the right arm feels the elbow kind
good
of.
crispy right hand.
Yeah, the way the elbow feels when it just snaps.
Yeah, it feels kind of good.
Good face slap.
Feels really good.
All right, don't slap.
Yeah,
Don't slap.
I'm trying
not. Forget it. Don't even think of slapping.
Forget about
face.
slapping your face and how good it feels. Just don't worry about it.
Yeah, I can do that.
Get you. Oh my God.
Oh, damn it! You always do this to me.
No, don't slap
This
his
was
face.
the one tick I wanted to try to hide and really control it.
Do not.
Good
job.
Slap your face.
All right, I try.
Your face feels fine right now. A slap won't take any of the sensation off it.
No, give me the icy hot. We'll take care of this slapping in the face thing.
Oh, yeah.
Give me some icy hot.
The you weren't doing.
All right.
I do that. I've been doing a lot more lately, but I've done that before.
Not this one.
What is that? What is this?
It's actually fucking this lotion. Put some lotion on. Lotion ain't gonna hurt you.
All right.
Now rub your hands together. It's actually cool.
That's right. We took it off.
What is this?
Lotion.
Just rub your hands together. It's lotion.
Now. Don't slap your face.
All right,
what did you just put in my hand?
Do not slap your face.
Don't slap your face.
Don't slap your face.
Don't slap your face. Do not slap your face.
Slap your face.
Don't slap your face.
Do not slap your face. No, do not slap your face.
Don't slap your.
Why does it smell minty?
It's mint.
It's just
Don't
minty.
slap your
Don't
face.
slap your face.
I'm trying not to.
Let's talk about other things.
Oh my God.
That's gonna really sting.
Yeah, no, sting. The sting is good though.
It feels warm. Why does it feel warm? What is that?
It's just.
You're talking about what is icy hot? What is it?
It's like if you pull a muscle.
Don't slap your
rub
face.
it in.
Don't slap your face.
That smells
minty. Don't rub it in when you slap. Don't slap and rub it in.
Oh my God.
That smells really nice.
It does actually.
Just don't slap and rub it
like gum.
Feels good. Yes.
Like chewing gum.
Yeah, really.
It smells minty like winter greens. Slap and rub it in.
Oh, wow, your cheeks are going to be all flaming.
Yeah, they're warm. Nothing wrong with a little icy hot slapped face.
That'll remind you not to smack your face in about 3 minutes.
Can't slap your face.
Yeah, I'm going to open up a practice. I'm going to take care of these things for people.
See, these are the ones I'm used to. That one. That. And the k, not the t.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, some ticks come and go back, and I never know when. The slapping one wasn't until like, that was around,
Your
15
face is
years
getting
old.
really red.
Yeah, don't be embarrassed.
I'm not. I feel right at home.
Does your face burn a little bit?
It feels warm. It's not. It feels tingling.
Right.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's around my lips.
That's right. Don't slap your face. Don't touch your lips. Don't touch your lips. I know you want to. Do not rub your lips.
I'm not going. You know what?
Yeah.
I can control this.
Don't.
I really can.
Yeah.
I can do this.
I know you can. You won't slap your face again at all.
Trust me. You don't.
One more time. Just one more time, it'd be fine.
You can do it just one more. Just once.
Just once.
Yeah. Are you sure that's
once?
it? Oh,
once.
God,
and whatever you do, do not rub your eyes.
Don't rub your eyes.
That would not be a good thing.
No.
Don't rub your eyes.
People are brutal on Pal Talk. They're going, don't rub your pee hole. Don't rub that pee hole.
Don't slap your face
it's
again.
burning. It's burning.
Don't rub your lips.
Don't rub your lips. Don't rub your eyes.
I have no problem rubbing my lips.
Yeah, exactly. You won't even slap your face again near your lips. Yeah, there you go. No, you won't do that. One more time will be fine. It's like having one more chiclet, just a chiclet, just like that. One more chiclet.
One more Oreo. Tourette's to a chiclet.
One more Oreo cookie. There you go. That's it. That's all. All right. You should feel better. The icy hot should be burning the shit out of your face.
Yeah,
it's warm, right?
Now it's starting to sting.
Well,
it's a good slap. Careful, face is in the way. All right, that's okay.
God, how does it?
So when is this road show happening at the Laugh Factory?
The Short Bus Comedy Tour is happening this Thursday.
Yes, this Thursday. What time? It's just so perfect.
At 9 o'clock.
There you go. 9 o'clock. Perfect.
Shit, now it's just floating in my head. Oh, God.
Don't touch your eyes. There you go, right by the mouth.
That was real smart, rubbing your eyes.
Don't slap by the lips. Don't slap by the... It would feel good, though, because there's something missing on that area. Pressure. Slapped. 9 o'clock on Thursdays. Laugh Factory.
Thursday, 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, Jimmy.
Absolutely. 9 o'clock. Big event.
Absolutely.
Big event. It's all too overwhelming. Overwhelming.
It's going to be great. Short Bus Comedy Tour.
Absolutely. Short Bus.
Wow.
9 o'clock. Perfect.
Wow.
Your face is beat red.
Oh, you fucking think?
Both of them together. Perfect.
For the love of God, please just stop slapping your face.
He won't do it again. He can't. Maybe one more. You have to do both at the exact same time. It just feels perfect. Together. Both at the same time. It's got to be the exact same time. How do you do one then the other? That's no good.
It's kind of unfair.
It's got to be one perfect.
Yeah,
slap together. It's a perfect one together.
Yeah. Everything's going to be okay.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. No, it's still good. One, left, right. No. Both together.
Concentrate on not slapping your face.
I would always slap
concentrate.
together.
Don't.
Yeah.
So you just concentrate.
That's
you can get through this.
Think about it. Don't do it.
Think about it. Think that you don't need to slap that face.
You don't need to.
You don't really need to slap your face. Everything's going to be okay if you don't slap your face.
You're right. I'm fine.
All right. There you go. Don't slap your face.
Just open your mouth to stretch the skin. Stretch the skin.
I feel better.
Stretch the skin. There you go. All better.
So it's going to be this Thursday at 9.
It's over. There you go.
Well, we thought we were getting somewhere. Let's try again.
Wow.
All right.
Oh, God.
Smells like icy hot in here. It's helping, actually.
Cleans out your nose.
Why is my face is starting to feel like stiff? Like
That's
right
good
here.
for you. Yeah, that's because you haven't slapped it enough.
Oh, yeah.
Slap. You gotta
Maybe
slap
we should give you some more icy hot.
Feel better.
That's better. Oh, loose that. There you go.
There you go. Stop rubbing your eyes.
Don't rub your mouth. It's tempting to rub the gums.
Don't rub your eyes, though.
Don't
Whatever
put
you
your
do,
fingers in your mouth.
No, don't do that.
No,
I would
don't
not
rub your eyes.
Don't rub your eyes.
You want to, though. It would feel good, but don't do it.
That's right. Don't rub your eyes. You got icy hot all over your head.
Jump.
Don't slap face jump.
Jump.
Rob on Long Island. Rob.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Yeah, I learned that Ben Sparks was involved in the first hoarding accident. He was crushed by his own junk.
Yes. Thursday, 9 o'clock.
All right, let's
9 o'clock.
At the Laugh Factory in New York City.
Call for tickets.
Yeah, we want
Right
a
in
lot
Times
of our
Square.
pests to show up for the short bus.
Are you guys going to try to make it out at all?
Yes, the whole gang will be there. It's going to be a big event.
Makes you feel better.
Yeah. Big event. Big event. The whole gang will be there.
Yeah, why are you
Everyone's going to be there.
He's very excited that we're all going to be there.
The whole gang. We will actually all show up.
That's right.
It'll be sold out. Opie Anthony, myself.
It's going to be amazing. Just
Kicking his ass.
That's it. Jump. You got to jump.
Jump.
Sit on them.
Just
What a
picture
big event this
a
is gonna be.
sold-out crowd. Everyone just loving you.
Sold out show. They're going to film it for the Laugh Factory. It's going to be the short bus tour.
There you go. Don't be too excited.
9 o'clock on Thursday.
We're all going.
Yeah.
You're all going.
The whole gang is going.
I love it.
How perfect. How perfect.
Dude, your face is
all
really red.
It's going to be perfect.
It's going to be perfect. You got to be excited about it.
Patrice is going to go. Gavin and Billy Burr and myself, Opie and Anthony, we're all going to get Rich Vaughn.
No, I mean it. I want you there for the support.
Bob Kelly, we're all going to go.
We're all going to go. You're going to have a
what are you doing
sold-out
on
show.
Thursday night, you know?
We're all going to your show.
Good, thank you.
The whole gang.
No
The
problem.
whole gang.
Tyler Durden.
There you go.
Bring Ma. That's what I say.
We'll be bringing Ma, yes. All right, it's Twitchels, everybody. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, Twitchels. Oh, my God.
Program complete.